TurboTax. Get started today. See guaranteed details at TurboTax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Thank you for making Mercedes-Benz of South Orlando one of the premier luxury dealerships in Central Florida. We are the official dealer of luxury, providing the ultimate VIP experience at a price you can afford. Call Monica Ventura at 689-319-7680. That's 689-319-7680. We guarantee you will be treated like VIP and nothing less. Across from the mall at Millennia.
Save time and money with a PVC fence in a box from Fence Outlet. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet, starting at $2,140. Go to fenceoutlet.com for more information and store locations. License number C10252 and C10803.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
Trust and Will knows that we'll all eventually need a will. How about right now? Trust and Will makes creating your will easy, like while you're lounging on the couch easy. Trust and Will is designed by attorneys but customized by you, and all documents are state-specific and secure. Find your plan at trustandwill.com and use offer code RADIO now for 10% off. That's trustandwill.com, offer code RADIO. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. Visit trustandwill.com for details.
Ooh, should we get an app?
Appetizer? Nah, not for me. Trying to save some money, you know?
You know what you need? The Upside app. Gives you cash back on essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. You could earn up to $10 on every restaurant meal.
Upside? What's the catch?
No catch. Just download the free app, claim an offer, and get real cash back at places like Popeyes, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut.
Okay, now that's the app I'm getting.
Download the Upside app and get a 10% bonus on your first restaurant purchase. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2... Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenickley.com.
We've all made questionable decisions in life, like that time that you frosted the tips of your hair. But hiring an attorney shouldn't be. I'm Orlando attorney Mo DeWitt, and we offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all injury cases. If you are not completely satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit justcallmo.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Stream on your free iHeartRadio app today.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. B-I-L-L-S. Bills. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Tuesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We do have a good program set up for you this afternoon. We'll get you caught up on what's happening in the world. We'll do that around 3:20 for JCS News. 4 o'clock hour, it's What'd You Do That's New. We'll go over our very first listener choice, and then I'll have a little something for you guys. 5 o'clock hour, it's trivia, a 4-pack of tickets with pit passes for Monster Jam and other stuff added as well. We'll get to that a little bit later. We'll end it up with It's Only Money. Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth joins us. Plus, we'll do You Heard It Here First. 4 opportunities for you to win $1,000 all day long. Welcome to the program. I am Jim. To my left, my lovely, very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead, producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Find us easily on social. Instagram and Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show. Twitter or X at Jim Colbert Show. All day, every day. JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can watch us do our thing on YouTube. YouTube.
Which is what I'm watching right now. I'm trying to figure out what the fourth box is.
It looks like toothpaste going into a glass.
It's like
it's not.
ASMR, yeah.
So I was explaining to my daughter at dinner last night that in the fourth box, I usually find different stuff. And I was talking about the Eagle's Nest we've been watching.
Right.
That's in Florida, I believe, Sanibel Island.
Yeah.
And some of the other videos. And she goes, well, have you seen Oddly Satisfying? I'm
Okay.
like, what's that?
I've seen
and
that.
she's and there's other podcasts and stuff she watches, and they'll fill the screen with videos from Oddly Satisfying. And it's just like slicing things or just
It's AMSR stuff.
yeah,
Oh,
but
kind
for,
of,
for
visually.
visual.
Right.
Yeah. So basically, that's what it is. It's videos of just things that are oddly satisfying.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, well, that's on the 4th panel of our YouTube feed. If you want to check that out, JimColbertLive.com. Click through, give us a like and subscribe while you're there if you don't mind. Bills, by the way, BILLS. That is your 3 o'clock keyword, guys. Get over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Bills, guys, that'll do it. That is your 3 o'clock keyword. Good luck.
Man, we need to get you a cough drop.
Yeah, something's going on.
Oh, you're sick.
No.
Great. Thanks for coming in.
I don't know if I'm sick, but something's wrong with my voice for sure.
Yeah,
It started last night.
Oh.
Yeah, and I got some pubic hair, and then all of a sudden this.
Okay, Peter Brady.
One lone pubic hair, Jack, and it looks like a rocket pop. It's white at the bottom, then it's
How disturbing.
and then it gets red, odd.
And
no,
then, Brown, you're like a red panda.
It's wild, man. I don't know what happened, just out of nowhere. And there is that RSV thing going around, right?
I am terrified of RSV.
Are you really?
Because I've heard of one gentleman, my best friend's neighbor, who said it was the sickest he's ever been. He said he felt sicker than when he was on chemo and had COVID. It knocked him on his ass for over 3 weeks. And then, of course, locally, there's the story of a young boy.
That's the one I was just about to say.
Yeah, who contracted RSV, and now his family says he's fighting for his life, and he's not the age group you would think would be at such great risk.
No, I know. It's wild.
It's supposed to be really gnarly.
Yeah, my wife had something a couple weeks ago, but it only lasted like 2 or 3 days, 2 days or so. She got fever, but it went through her pretty quick. I mean, she nuked it with meds.
Good. So.
Everything from inhalers, everything else. But I haven't, yeah, I don't know.
Do we need to put you outside?
Oh, please.
Traveling microphone.
Please, put me outside.
No.
All right, 407-916-1041. So here's the deal. Super Bowl ads are coming. That's a big part of the game. I think
my favorite.
One of the ironies is I heard a comedian say the other day, it's the only time you turn down the game and turn up the...
Yeah. Be
The
quiet,
volume.
everybody.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And truly, this is one of the reasons I prefer to watch the game at home. I want
Right.
volume. I don't want interruption from start to finish. There's no, I'll go to the bathroom on the break. It's like, I got to pick when I'm going. And do I pause it? Then if you pause it, you're pausing live sports.
Right.
You can't look at your phone.
No, you can't.
Because then you'll get a notification. Oh, so-and-so scored. And you're like, well, not on my TV. And then there's like, then it happens. You're like, no, son of a bitch.
I've been classically conditioned to not say stuff about sporting events because people get really uptight about it.
Well, yeah.
Especially when you get down to the down to the playoffs and stuff like that. It's nobody wants to know anything. So I just nope, I ain't saying a word about it.
Yeah.
Not a chance. Well, the reason I bring that up is because you can see them all on YouTube right now.
No.
And there you go.
I hate that.
Yeah, I hate it too. That's kind of what I brought. I was like, man, I saw it and I was like, and I went to click it. I'm like, what are you doing? You're ruining half of the reason you watch the Super Bowl, especially if you don't have a team invested. You want to watch, and that way, Monday we come in and we do the stereotypical Super Bowl after game show.
We checked the USA Today Adometer.
That's right, the Adometer, find out what was good, and what to expect, and what stars made appearances. Now, I have seen one already that I've heard is going to be there, and it just kind of snuck up on me. Do you know which one it is?
Is it the Hellmans?
No, I haven't seen the mayonnaise one yet.
Okay.
This one's the pickleball one.
Oh,
with Catherine O'Hara.
Oh, come on, man! What are you doing?
Oh no! It's out. It's a commercial that's out.
You're spoiling this.
I guess Catherine O'Hara and oh God, Jack, what's the guy we saw? The actor we saw. We just talked about him the other day in
Willem
L.A.
Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe are like pickleball hustlers.
Oh,
and I don't even know what the ad is for.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
I don't even know what the ad is for. But I know that's it.
I think it might be
like a soda or a drink
or Milk Ultra, maybe.
Oh yeah, something like that.
Drink.
It is. It's Big Ultra. That's it. That's the only one I've seen. And the weird thing is there used to be a number of companies that were synonymous with Super Bowl ads that I haven't heard a word if they're doing anything or not. Have you guys heard anything of Bud Light?
No.
Are they doing the Puppy Bowl thing again?
No, because I try, and when anything Super Bowl ad, I do my best to avoid the conversation. If it's on TV, I change it. If it's on the radio, I change the station.
Yeah, gotcha, 100%. What I'm saying is the company's involved, right? I mean, here's the thing. Back in the day, there was the .com Super Bowl. Then there were other Super Bowls with the post Bud Light stuff.
It's like
the
who's
GoDaddy.
spending money.
Yeah.
It's like who. Yeah, who's advertising?
And now the big story is who isn't advertising on the Super Bowl this year. It's State Farm. Yeah, it's a mess. I mean, they have, their guy is the quarterback, going for his third in a row. He's one of the most heralded players in the last 20 years, and there will be no State Farm ads, even though he's their guy because of what's happening in L.A.
There'll be plenty of Patrick Holmes in the T-Mobile commercials, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll get some there.
Yeah.
But it is kind of wild that they did that, and of course they just went to California and asked them to allow them to raise the rates again, to bump the rates to pay for it because they didn't
22%.
They didn't want to become insolvent. And I mean, that you think about the value of that, like a company like State Farm, been around for 100+ years. You can't imagine what their coffers must look like when it comes to situations like this, and still are concerned with becoming insolvent because of the payouts in L.A., even with the concert. And by the way,
$100 million for that.
Yeah. Was that $100 million matched?
Yeah.
Does Ballmer
I don't know.
match that?
I just saw the one ad that the Fire Aid concert raised more than $100 million.
Yeah, I
assume that would be including a match.
I didn't see that. I did see afterwards because we talked about the North Carolina comparisons, and their concert raised $24 million. So it's 4 times, but I think the cost of the LA fires is much
it's like
more,
5
right?
times.
Yeah, 5 times.
They've already paid out $1 billion, and that's only
$1 billion's nothing.
It's nothing. It's
$135 to $155 billion.
Yeah, exactly. They've 8,700 claims, and they've paid more than $1 billion to customers.
Yeah.
But you have over 15,000 structures that were destroyed, so that's maybe half of
And structures in LA. It's not like it's just structures. I mean, if it was structures in North Dakota, it'd be nothing. But it's structures in Los Angeles, and specifically those areas,
Malibu, Palisades,
some of the most expensive property in the West Coast.
And I'm watching the news last night. You talk about rebuilding. Who's doing it? Because the construction, I think they estimate the migrants make up 15% of construction workers, and that's the largest percentage for any profession. But they say construction, if you thought it was slow now, it is going to get a lot slower.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, those neighborhoods, it's so funny. Deborah and I were in here today getting ready for this show, and they're showing pictures of Gaza. And Deb looks over and says, "Where do you even start?" And then, not even long after that, pictures of L.A. I'm like, "Where do you even start?" It looks like the same thing. I mean, Gaza looks like L.A. right now.
They're 3 years away from hosting the Olympics.
Yeah.
I was like, I was determined to go to the 2028 LA Games.
So
now I'm like, I don't know.
But let me ask you though, how would that affect the Olympics?
You got to build structure. So if it's harder to build stuff because of the availability, prices are going to rise.
Supply chain.
Yeah, who's going to be doing the building? Now you have to build entire communities.
Yeah, but
on top of venues.
I thought LA, it's Summer Olympics, right?
Yeah.
I thought the LA had like a almost kind of a structure with the Coliseum and some other stuff there that was already kind of used before.
Yeah.
They could almost plug and play that.
Sure, they have some of them.
Yeah.
SoFi Stadium and Staples, the arenas and stuff. But there are some sports-specific venues that have to be built. I think in LA, it might be one of the best case scenarios to be able to, because I think they have the most infrastructure for what an Olympian would require.
Yeah, that's what I was asking for.
There's a lot of like the beach volleyball. That's a temporary structure that they built just for that event.
Sure, yeah. And that was the point. Is like, okay, well, if the Olympians are coming in, they build villages for them anyway. But you talking about a terrible look. If you allow your state to build an Olympic village while people are living in tents next to it on their slabs, that would be a terrible look. That'd be hard to kind of get me on. Where would it go? Like Atlanta? I mean, they could flip it over to Atlanta pretty quick, right? Atlanta's kind of a plug-and-play area for that.
I don't know. The Olympic Committee, I mean, that takes some years to come up with a host city.
I don't think that happens. I think it's L.A. or bust.
L.A. figures out something to do.
Well, or bust is where else then? I mean, if it's going to be where else? I mean, or bust what?
I don't think they move it. I think they just
kind of deal with it in L.A.?
Yeah, they make it work.
That's going to be an interesting. That's going to be interesting. Going to roll that through the old government there in L.A. or in California to see how they're going to fund that and how they're going to define rebuilding a city. They get destroyed by fire to pitch an Olympic party.
Well, that was already done, right? That die has been cast for the Olympics. It's not like they are presenting to become a city. They've been approved. This is in the works. It's something that's happening.
Right.
But just remember when the Paris Games, the surfing took place in French Polynesia.
Right, yeah.
Right? So it doesn't necessarily all have to be where they thought. So maybe I think
just like the broadcast centers.
Atlanta is a bit of a far away, but they may have to do some things offsite. Maybe things down more in San Diego way or stuff. They just spread things out.
Yeah. I think that's probably more of the picture there. I mean, I believe that you're right. They could call it the home base would be LA, but they could kind of operate the games out of a number of places because really once it hits television, it doesn't matter. And the patrons will know years in advance what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still 3 years away. They'll have some plan.
I just wonder about so the construction, the crews that would do the building, and now you have communities you're going to be rebuilding that they're going to say take what? Decades? Yeah. So, I mean, where are these people coming from as you are chopping off 15% of the workforce?
So that goes for sure.
And within the next 10 years, half of the construction workforce is expected to hit retirement age.
Yeah, exactly. With no refilling of it. All right, 407-916-1041. Again, your 3 o'clock keyword is Bills, BILLS. Get over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Deb?
Yeah, China hits the U.S. with retaliatory tariffs. Closer to home, the Pulse Nightclub Memorial Committee to hold their final meeting today.
I can't even read about it anymore.
And Heinz is teaming up with Mustard for a new mustard. We're going to talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
You got it right. We'll take a little break, come back, do Deb's News, and more of the Jim Colbert Show. Hang loose.
Real Radio is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Wait, she shot a porno?
Yes. No. The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
A vehicle fire is affecting all lanes on the Beach Line eastbound at State Road 520. The off-ramp is being affected due to an accident from I-4 westbound to State Road 408. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways. And the roadways are getting busy this afternoon, so travel with caution. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. It matters who does your taxes. Jackson Hewitt makes taxes feel like a yacht rock song. Get your max tax refund guaranteed, and new customers get $100 to switch. Don't miss the boat. Book an appointment with experts today. Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando. Monster BTK, the latest installment of the critically acclaimed Monster franchise, exposes the chilling story of one of America's most infamous cases that shook Wichita, Kansas to its core.
When people said BTK, you think of a wild-eyed Manson-like character. What we didn't understand is he was the guy next door.
Listen to Monster BTK on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Monster BTK to start listening.
Hey guys, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at the Nickley Group. Not a big secret that the real estate market is changing and booming in Orlando now more than ever, and your home is your most valuable asset. That's why you need a real estate company that's always one step ahead of the market. Whether you're buying or selling, that is the Nickley Group. 4,000 5-star reviews, and there's a reason why. They sell homes on average for 6% more, and they sell them twice as fast as well. Matter of fact, clients save about $24,000 when they use the Nickley Group to purchase their home. And their VIP program gets your home in front of so many qualified buyers, not just here in Florida, but nationwide as well. And don't sleep on their website, man. At thenickley.com, you could get a guaranteed cash offer for your home. No showings, no open houses. You could close that deal in just 14 days. Get your home valued instantly using current market data. That way you get a really accurate number and you know what you can do with that equity. List your house on the market, all of that right there on their website. And while you're there, download that free buyer's guide. It is absolutely packed up with useful information about the home buying and selling process. It's thenickley.com. That's NICKLEY group.com. Your neighborhood Tools Ace Hardware has everything you need to get ready for spring. Now through February 28th, get the best prices on Made for Florida Sunnyland fertilizers, Miracle Grow soils, Roundup weed and grass killers, yard tools, and more. Plus, colored mulch is only $2.25 a bag all month long. And don't forget to bring in your Steel outdoor power equipment into one of Tools Ace's 11 service centers for a spring tune-up. Tools Ace has 13 convenient locations in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store pickup or delivery. Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
You've heard of a pro tip. Here's a mo tip. After an accident, the insurance company may make you a quick offer to go away. They may also be offering you pennies on the dollar. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Picture this. You're cozy by the fire sipping cocoa, or out on the town grabbing a well-deserved nightcap, with the peace of mind knowing your pet is safe at home with Invisible Fence brand. Your customized pet fence gives you confidence that wherever winter takes you, your pet has both freedom and security. With Invisible Fence brand, service and safety never stops. Visit InvisibleFence.com to learn more. That's InvisibleFence.com.
I'm Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I learned about atrial fibrillation the hard way. My symptoms would come and go. Shortness of breath, fatigue. I kept going. Then I got so lightheaded, I couldn't. My doctor said I have AFib, so I'm about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. Other symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain can come and go, but the risk of stroke stays. If you have symptoms, tell a doctor. Visit NoTimeToWait.com.
Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
I've just been feeling so sluggish lately. You should try the Metamucil 2-Week Challenge. The Metamucil 2-Week Challenge? Yeah, Metamucil 4-in-1 Fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Start your daily routine now, and in 2 weeks, you could be feeling great. Well, it's been 2 weeks. How you feeling? Lighter and feeling great.
If you want to feel lighter by promoting digestive health, sign up to take the 2-week challenge at Metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Rebath.com.
Take your Valentine's experience to a whole new level this year with jewelry, flowers, candy, dinner, and a romantic getaway. All courtesy of International Diamond Center. Nothing says love like romantic jewelry from IDC. From a simple pendant to an exquisite designer ring, we've got a fantastic selection of affordable, timeless gifts. And this year, with any jewelry purchase at IDC of $129 or more, we're giving you long stem roses, some delicious chocolates, and a gift card for dinner from Talk of the Town Restaurant Group. It's one-stop shopping for all things romantic. And this year, we're taking it up a notch with a 3-day romantic getaway to places like New York, Napa, and Savannah. Just spend $2,500 on your jewelry and we'll set you up at a 4-star hotel in the romantic city of your choice. Spend $5,000 and we'll throw in the airfare and some spending money. Make this Valentine's one to remember. Let IDC help you with jewelry, flowers, chocolates, dinner, and a romantic vacation. We've got it all. Happy Valentine's from International Diamond Center. Altamont Springs, Mall at Millennia, and Waterford Lakes. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
I'm Greg Rosenthal, host of NFL Daily. Join me live from Radio Row in New Orleans. I'll be interviewing the NFL's biggest names all week long. NFL Daily will have you ready for this year's big moment. Will it be Mahomes completing the three-peat or Jalen Hurts avenging their Super Bowl 57 loss? We'll be there on the field after the game. Full recap, interviews with this year's Super Bowl champions. Don't miss it.
Listen to NFL Daily on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow NFL Daily and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app app today.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Brother, it's Sarah. Hello. I was at Universal today, and I waited way too long, several different times throughout the day, to see the bestest Shaggy ever known to Universal Studios. And may have asked a team member, and the best Shaggy was not working today, and I'm a little sad panda, but I took pictures of 2 different Shaggies today, and it was a good day. Actually, very nice. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
We know who the best Shaggy is.
Oh, we have the inside track.
Yes, we do.
On the best Shaggy, that's for sure. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate that as we do every single day. Bills is your 3 o'clock keyword, BILLS. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your shot at $1,000. Bills, guys, that'll do it. That is your 3 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win.
Yeah, we do.
Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Jack. Yep. And Deb has your news.
It's time for JCS News.
Do it.
Wow. Has this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. China is taking steps of its own in retaliation for new U.S. tariffs on its products. But Fu Kong, China's envoy to the UN, says no one wins a trade war.
We don't need to fight each other. We need to work together to fight against the common enemies of the world like terrorism.
Overnight, Beijing announced that new tariffs on many U.S. imports will start next week. They include an extra 15% levy on coal and liquefied natural gas and a 10% tariff on crude oil, farm equipment, and some cars. China is also launching an antitrust investigation into Google. Over the weekend, President Trump signed off on 10% tariffs on products from China. That's in addition to existing 25% tariffs applied during his first term. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu becomes the first foreign leader to meet with President Trump at the White House during his second term. University of Miami's Dr. Ira Sheshkin expects a productive meeting, but says there is some tension between the two over the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas.
Hopefully, they'll come out of this meeting with Trump with a bit more of an understanding than he has now about this situation.
Well, President Trump says he looks forward to discussing how they can, quote, bring peace to Israel, end quote, and their efforts to battle shared enemies. Former Florida Attorney General and Tampa Bay native Pam Bondi's nomination for U.S. Attorney General is headed to a final Senate vote on Monday. Senators voted to limit debate on the nomination. Bondi's nomination advanced out of the Senate Judiciary Committee last week by a party line vote of 12-10. Reports say Bondi, a former Hillsborough County prosecutor, is expected to be confirmed on Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, the head of the FBI's field office in Miami is out of a job. The Miami Herald reports Jeffrey Veltri was forced out by Department of Justice officials who seized control of the agency following Trump's inauguration. Veltri was given the choice to retire, resign, or be fired by Monday. The Herald reports he chose to resign on Friday. Justin Fleck was appointed acting special agent in charge of the Miami office. All right, a federal jury has found a 29-year-old white supremacist from Florida guilty of plotting to cripple the Baltimore power grid 2 years ago. Orlando's Brandon Russell and a woman from Maryland were charged with conspiring to carry out attacks against transformers within electric substations in the Baltimore area. Sarah Clendaniel pleaded guilty last year and was sentenced to 18 years in prison.
Wow.
Authorities estimated the damage the two would have caused if they'd carried out their attacks would have exceeded how much money?
$300 million.
Ooh, that's a lot. I was just going to go 10 million.
How about 75 million?
Oh, okay, there you go.
But still, 75 million and a whole lot of people.
That's a whole bunch.
Yeah, Russell faces up to 20 years in prison when he's sentenced. His attorney says he plans to appeal the verdict. All right, add another one. Another Florida municipality is joining that statewide effort in removing fluoride from local drinking water. Lee County officials voted earlier today to discontinue the use of the natural mineral in its water system after nearly 3 decades. The process was costing the county about $80,000 a year.
Wow.
State Surgeon General Joseph Ladapo was at the meeting to reiterate his concerns that fluoride causes negative health impacts, especially for kids. So far, a dozen cities and 4 counties have opted to remove fluoride from their tap water.
Florida's 42nd in the United States when it comes to dental health.
Oh, we're going to turn that around, though.
Yeah, 40.
Here we are.
42. We're 42nd.
Arkansas, just wait, man. We're
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
We're coming for you, Arkansas.
42nd.
The son of NBA legend Michael Jordan is facing charges of DUI, cocaine possession, and resisting arrest here in Central Florida. Marcus Jordan was booked into the Orange County Jail last night and given a $4,000 bond. The 34-year-old is the second of Michael's 5 kids and perhaps the most famous. Marcus was featured on The Real Housewives of Miami while dating Larsa Pippen, the ex-wife of Michael's former teammate Scottie Pippen.
Wild.
He also reportedly owns a boutique shoe store in downtown Orlando, of course, having a former athlete at the University of Central Florida.
Yeah, played for him for 4 years. He was driving a $330,000 Lamborghini SUV.
Yeah, which they said had damage to the bumper and the tires were dug in the dirt because he was trying to get his Lamborghini SUV off the train tracks.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I'd want to do that, too.
Yeah, the traffic stop apparently started in Seminole County, and he left there and ended up in Maitland and ended up on the train tracks. And that's when they said to the report, wait a minute, this vehicle sounds like one that just left a traffic stop a little earlier.
Yeah, Jack, this is what happens when you leave strip clubs sometimes. You are out of your damn mind. You're not thinking right. And apparently that's where he was right before all this happened.
Oh, yeah? Which club?
You know which one in Castleberry. Come on now. Come on now. It's a great place to get a steak.
It's not Margaret's.
Deliberations are underway in the trial of a teenager accused of killing his mother in Polk County. You guys will remember the story. Police say 17-year-old Colin Griffith initially called 911, claiming his 39-year-old mom, Catherine, was injured after she fell on a knife during an argument at his grandmother's Auburndale home last September. He was later charged with first-degree murder and kidnapping, which he has since pleaded not guilty to.
Yeah.
Assistant Public Defender Jane McNeil wanted jurors to believe that Colin Griffith acted in self-defense.
They have failed to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Colin did anything other than defend himself against his mother.
Yeah, well, authorities say the teenager shot and killed his father in Oklahoma on Valentine's Day back in 2023, but those charges were dropped after police couldn't find evidence to prove the incident wasn't tied to self-defense.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oops.
Oops.
Yeah. Oops.
My bad.
My B.
All right. Prepare, Jimmy.
Oh, God, for what? Not today.
Your flakes to be frosted, my friend.
Not today. I can I tell you, I woke with them frosted.
Excellent. Well, sometimes you're going to get extra frosting, just like a double stuffed Oreo. A group dedicated to creating a permanent memorial for the victims of the deadly Pulse nightclub shooting is getting ready for their final meeting. The city of Orlando is inviting the community to attend today's discussion with the Pulse Memorial Advisory Committee as they finalize the design. The monument will be built on the same site where 49 people were killed during the attack in summer of 2016. It will literally be 9 years this.
How crazy is that?
Isn't that crazy? The proposed project will include a reflection pool and a wall holding the victim's shoes.
Yeah.
Also reportedly part of the dance floor is also going to be saved.
Yeah.
A vote on the final design is expected later today.
Yeah. Already $3 million into this thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
$3 million into designs and nobody knows what's going on.
Nobody can find them.
Nobody knows where the money is.
Nope.
But that was the original.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the problem.
Yeah.
They've already done this once, and now they're doing it again.
Yeah.
9 years later. 9 years, Jack. 9 years.
I get it. You're going to yell. I'm not.
No, I'm not.
I'm just staying out of the way on this one.
Hey, look at your voice, Jimmy.
But it's different people doing it now, right?
Yeah.
It's just saying, hey,
that's kind of the point.
You guys screwed it up. Now we're doing it.
Let's try it again.
Let's try it
millions
again.
more. Let's try it again.
So it's not the fault. The people who are currently working on it, it's not their fault. They're not the ones guilty of malpractice.
Never said it
No,
was.
I just want to understand what the players on the field here.
Nothing going on with the $3 million that was spent before. Nobody knows anything. Just all shut down. Yeah. Everything went away. New program. That $3 million was just a test drive. Now we're doing it again.
Well, in the meantime, a permanent memorial honoring the victims of the 2018 deadly mass shooting at a South Florida school is moving forward. The Parkland 17 Memorial Foundation selected a design for the project earlier today that was crafted by a California artist. Loved ones of the 17 victims who were killed by a gunman at Parkland's Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School have been able to provide their input throughout the process. The memorial is expected to include a central fountain with seating and a tribute for each victim. It'll be built within a nature preserve bordering Coral Springs and Parkland as a way to unify the two impacted communities. Look at that. One committee and they've already got a plan.
Yeah, crazy, huh?
All right, alcohol and tobacco use, lack of sleep, and certain vitamins, I'm right here, can all put our hearts at risk. But Cleveland Clinic's annual survey also finds 3 in 5 Floridians admit to skipping doses of their heart medication.
Smart.
Cardiologist Dr. Nina Thacker Rivera says despite attempts, many patients will not be able to wean off of them.
These medications, it's just like drinking water, eating healthy food. You need it for your body to survive. Just like you need air to breathe and shelter to live, you need this for your body to do well. And there's nothing wrong with having this.
The study finds that nearly 90% didn't realize that vitamins and supplements, because of their interactions with other drugs and side effects, could actually do more harm than good, which is why they ask you to list everything you're taking when you go to the doctor, natural supplements, over-the-counter vitamins, because you don't know what inactive ingredients could, counteract that medicine you are taking for high blood pressure.
And there are websites where you could go do that. My wife was into that for a while. She had to, when she was going through some certain stuff in her life a few years back, she had to take some meds and had to make sure that it wasn't going to conflict with other meds she was already taking. And that's a very, very smart thing to do because you never know.
No, you
just
don't.
never know.
And something that seems so innocent and, naive, just pull those vitamins off the shelf, that could actually end up causing you some big problems. Speaking of big problems, believe it or not, but spring break is almost here. And Miami Beach has gone, nah, bitches. They're taking a preemptive strike against spring break chaos with a new social media campaign.
Is it a wall at Fort Lauderdale?
New social media campaign called the Spring Break Reality Check. Commissioner Alex Fernandez says it's centered on a fake reality show where people come to party but pay the price when they're caught by police.
If you break the law, if you come with illegal weapons or drugs, you will be caught. The penalties will be harsh, and Miami Beach is taking this seriously.
Yeah, so much so that beginning next month, the city is beefing up its police presence, issuing curfews and $100 parking fees, plus security and DUI checkpoints, increased costs for towing. In other words, take your business elsewhere.
That's right.
All right, it's happened again. The Federal Aviation Administration is investigating after a really, really large piece of ice crashed through the roof of a Flagler County home.
It's like the size of a cooler.
It'd be like
a small cooler.
It'd be you dropping through the roof.
Wow, really?
Literally.
That
Authorities,
big, huh?
Authorities say the incident happened at a Palm Coast home in the Seminole Woods subdivision yesterday afternoon. The block of ice was more than 6 feet long and 3 feet wide.
Damn.
Wow,
house... you really called me fat.
No, I didn't.
3 feet wide, Deborah?
Well,
3 feet wide.
I mean, circumference. Jimmy.
Okay, that's better.
Thank you, Jack. The house wound up with a hole in its metal roof, and remnants of ice had penetrated into the living area. And here's where the problem is. They don't know if it's boo-boo water.
Okay, yeah.
Or if it's potable water.
Well, the smell
so
should be a
you
dead
could
giveaway.
have strangers boo-boo water.
So it does. I don't think it is. Well, I watched it on the news, and it looked pretty
clear.
Clear. For one, and also that size. Usually, the lavatory water, it's like these
blue.
Is it blue? Yeah.
Blue, and it also has. It's like a square. This is a lot more ice, and I think they believe maybe with the change in temperature, how warm it was here, it's coming from a higher altitude. It's icing up, and then it hits that warm air, and the ice is breaking off the plane.
That makes sense, yeah.
But that's worrisome, right? I mean, this is the second time in this week that we've had ice fall through the roof of a Florida home.
Yeah.
Firefighters covered the hole with a blue tarp and determined the house was safe to live in. Good luck, y'all. Thankfully, no one was inside the home at the time of the crash. The FAA is trying to figure out where the ice came from. And, of course, the story we had done earlier, it was a plane that had dropped ice in, I believe, Massachusetts or Maryland a couple of months ago before dropping ice again on the roof of a Florida home. And they determined that this particular plane had a potable water line that repeatedly kept having leaks. and the airline wasn't dealing with it. But
It was
now
just
that
spraying and freezing up and then dropping as it got
and then-
heavy enough.
exactly,
Yeah.
and then
Wow.
falling into people's homes. So, yay! Don't look up.
They should really do maintenance on these planes.
I know it would
on
be
these flying buses.
Yeah, it would be nice if they did.
Well,
wouldn't
they're working on a program.
it? They have a meeting coming up.
Yeah.
And then finally, Heinz is teaming up with Grammy-winning producer Mustard to create a special edition sauce. Get your Drake on.
I don't know.
Oh, Kendrick Lamar, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Mustard. You know the name. He's behind Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us.
I learned about him at the Grammys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
He's
I never heard of him.
That's and you were part of the joke when I was as well when Trevor Noah says, ask your black friends about him.
Oh, okay, there you go.
But when he called out Mustard because he was the producer and on
Got it.
stage with Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, well, he's also been appointed the condiment company's chief mustard officer. The collaboration was announced in a commercial during the Grammys Sunday night. Did you see that commercial?
No.
I did, but I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like Mustard is collaborating Mustard, and I didn't realize who they were referring to. And I'm like, it's just what, 2 types of mustard?
Yeah.
Well, get this. Fans can sign up for a wait list at heinz.com/mustardxmustard.
Oh, just get the bottle to save
get
it.
on
Like,
get on a wait list.
Jeez Louise.
To even see if you can get Mustard's mustard.
Damn, that's crazy.
Either way, that can.
Is it the same mustard or do they do anything to it? Is it just a special bottle?
Can't figure it out, Jim.
Yeah.
Don't know.
God almighty.
No one
Okay.
knows.
All right, that's fine.
Not even Heinz.
I guess I'll watch the Grammys again, try to figure it out.
And that concludes your JCS News.
407-916-1041. Bills is your 3 o'clock keyword. Got some time. Get over to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Bills, guys, BILLS. That will do it. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Stay put.
The Froggers football follow-up is next. Call now for your chance to win. 407-916-1041.
Broadcasting live from the Cool Today Weather Center at cooltoday.com.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast for the rest of our Tuesday. And we are going to be expecting skies to continue to clear out, and that will allow for a good mix of sunshine and clouds and temperatures to remain on the warm side. Plan for an afternoon high in Orlando of 84 degrees. We'll continue on this warm stretch through the end of this week with dry conditions, sunshine, and highs staying right around the mid-80s, not only through Friday, but also into the weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
Fall in love with your home all over again by replacing your old windows and doors with the beautiful designs from Renewal by Andersen. No matter what the weather may be like outside, Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim windows and doors offer excellent insulation, reducing energy loss and helping to lower your utility bills while maintaining a comfortable indoor temperature year-round. Charles says, my second dance with the Renewal team, and they did just as good this time as they did the last time. Everyone from the installers to the office staff did a tremendous job. I am enjoying my 31 windows now, and I would encourage all people wanting to replace their windows to go the Renewal way. For February, Renewal by Andersen is offering buy 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free, plus 0 money down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
Roll with Hard Rock.
But are great, and it's virtually indestructible, made from recycled plastic, will not fade the Florida sun. And when it gets cold, they got you covered there as well. Fire pits, firewood, patio heaters, and propane, keeping everyone nice and toasty when the temperature drops. And even better, you can get all of this assembled and delivered to your home for free when you spend $3.99 or more on grills or patio furniture. Just visit one of their 13 convenient locations or shop online at acehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your backyard place.
Let the professionals at Fence Outlet save you time and money. We handle everything from the free estimate to the install. We do it all, and you get 0% financing. So come into Fence Outlet or visit fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Hey, Russ Rollins here for Solar Source. What a great experience I've had with them. A couple of years ago, they heated my pool with solar, and now I've been raving about this ever since. They installed a solar battery backup system, so when everyone else loses their power, there's power outages, my house is still running, which is awesome. And now Solar Source is about to take it to the next level for me, and my entire home is going to be run off solar energy, which is going to save me so much money on my electric bill. It can do the same thing for you. If you're tired of high-cost energy bills, trust this company. It's Solar Source. It's a company you can trust. They've installed over 60,000 systems since 1984. It's Solar Source. Go to solarsource.com/monsters. That's solarsource.com/monsters. You'll love working with them, and make that switch today, because the future is solar powered with Solar Source. Great company, and you'll love working with them. Please tell them Russ Rollins sent you, because friends of Russ Rollins save more money at Solar Source. solarsource.com/monster.
Don't miss TK Law. Trendley Kramer Law calls every Wednesday at 8:35 on the Monsters in the Morning. Ray Trendley and the Monsters will be discussing all things law, from the latest celebrity legal troubles to what's going on out there.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
$25 Frogger's gift card on the line. Super Bowl trivia next. Call now, 407-916-1041.
Download the iHeartRadio app and listen to thousands of live radio stations, podcasts, and stream unlimited music playlists for any mood or activity. Powered by City Kia, Central Florida's favorite auto dealer.
City Kia. I've just been feeling so sluggish lately. You should try the Metamucil 2-Week Challenge. The Metamucil 2-Week Challenge? Yeah, Metamucil 4-in-1 Fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Start your daily routine now, and in 2 weeks, you could be feeling great. Well, it's been 2 weeks. How you feeling? Lighter and feeling great.
If you want to feel lighter by promoting digestive health, sign up to take the 2-week challenge at Metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. It's time for the Froggers football follow-up on the Jim Colbert Show.
That's right, time for the Froggers football follow-up, brought to you by our good friends over at Froggers Grill and Bar. 4 of these beautiful locations all throughout Central Florida. If you're looking for somewhere to hang out for the big game, that is where you need to go. They have everything you need: great food, good people, cold-ass beer, pool tables, dartboards, pinball machines, arcade games, and everywhere and everything in between. Froggers, love these guys.
And their food's the bomb.
It is very good.
Yeah, Oviedo, Altamont Springs, Apopka, and Mount Dora.
Mount Dora. Mount Dora.
Mount Dora.
Mount Dora.
Find the one near you at Froggers.com, and you know they're going to have some specials for the game, including Jim Colbert Show prize pack at each of the locations, because they do prizing during the game, and you might come away with a JCS prize pack, which has some pretty cool stuff in it. Let me just say, you need to be 18 or older to win ours.
Really?
Yeah.
Especially in Mount Dora.
Mount Dora.
Damn. All right, so what are we doing here? You got some questions there?
I have some Super Bowl trivia questions. Obviously, there were no games this past week to predict. We didn't pay attention to the Pro Bowl.
We did not, because the score was like 67
Yeah.
to 55 or something, right?
Yeah.
Or 73 to 67. It was ridiculous.
We got 5 people online. All we need to do, I've got one question for them, and that's it. They get it right, they win. If not, we go on to the next.
Here we
All right?
go.
You get one shot at it, a different question for each person.
Here we go. Mike Larson, you're on, buddy. Here's your question.
All right, Mike Larson. What team has played in 4 Super Bowls but never held the lead?
What team has played in how many Super Bowls?
4. 4 Super Bowls, and they've never led during the game.
Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills is incorrect.
Oh, sorry, Mike.
Here you go. Bye-bye. Let's get up. KC, how you doing, KC?
Good. How are you?
Good, buddy. Here's your question.
Which Super Bowl halftime show preceded a stadium blackout? So it happened a few years back. There was a blackout during the game, but what was the halftime show for that game?
Oh, man. No idea.
I'm going to give you a hint. 2013.
I think I know it.
Do you
really?
I think so, maybe.
All right.
I don't think you can win the Frogger card.
I can't win the card.
What's your guess, Casey? Take a guess. Think of any big star.
Justin Timberlake.
So close. No. Jim, take a guess.
Tom Petty?
It was not.
Oh.
She just won a Grammy for Album of the Year.
Oh,
Beyonce.
Wow, crazy. All right, here we go. Adam, how you doing, buddy? Here's your question.
All right.
What teams have won the most Super Bowls? 2 of them have won the most Super Bowls. Who are they? 6 wins each.
New England Patriots and the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, man. Holy cow. Nope.
Oh.
So sorry.
Is it the Patriots and
Steelers?
Steelers. Correct, Deb.
Yeah.
Patriots
Very
and
nice.
Steelers.
Very nice. I thought the Steelers only had 4 for some reason, but I forgot they won one with Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
They won 4 with Bradshaw. Who was the other one?
That was...
Did they win 2 with Ben?
Yeah, Cordell Stewart.
Oh, wow, really?
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I don't know.
was gonna say.
Cordell
Hey,
Stewart was a quarterback, both of them, but I don't know.
Hey, Mark, here's your question.
I think it was Mark Malone. I don't know.
All right.
Okay, so Mark, your question is... We're gonna give you 2 pounds in either direction.
Oh.
How much does the Lombardi Trophy weigh?
Oh, God, Jack.
That's a good leeway, right?
That's a great question.
That's a tough one, dude.
Yeah, he's got
That's a tough
he's got a 4-pound window.
All right, there you go.
Wish I had that.
4 pound
Same.
window. Okay.
How much do you think the Lombardi Trophy weighs?
Let's. It can't be an even number or anything. Let's go 26 pounds.
Man,
Oh my gosh. Not the way they hold it up with one hand.
I was going to say, that's the thing is, that's exactly what I would have used. I would have said like maybe 14 pounds.
Yeah, it's 7.
Is it really?
7
Wow, I'm
pounds.
going to put you on.
Yeah,
See you later, buddy.
No.
One more.
Is this our final player?
This is our final player. We need a winner here. Darren, here's your question.
What 2 cities have hosted the most Super Bowls?
Easy.
One of them will be hosting the Super Bowl this Sunday.
Easy.
That would be New Orleans.
Oh, you got one of them. Wait, let's give you haven't had to do that a lot. This is our last player, right?
Yes.
The other one's in Florida.
I'm going to go with Tampa.
No, dude. It's Miami.
How about Miami then?
Miami Dade! Jack just made everybody that just played super pissed off. Hey, going back to that first question, was it Minnesota that have played in 4 Super Bowls and never led?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't give the answer. Yeah, Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, the Vikings were the other one. Because somebody texted and had it right. I'm telling you, that's a great guess. I'd have never guessed that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they'd been to 4, but I know they went a couple times with Fran Tarkenton back in the 70s, right?
But they went a couple times.
Yeah.
Never won. But also, but Buffalo Bills, which Mike Larson guessed, lost 4 straight. Still, what an amazing record to win 4 straight AFC championships and to lose the Super Bowl, and one of them with a wide field goal by Scott Norwood. Oh, man.
As bad as it gets.
Cray. Anyway, the Froggers football forecast. Had a little football fun with you. $25 gift card going out to our winner there.
Is that
And
Mark?
That's Darren.
Darren's the winner. Hey, and if you want to check out Froggers this Sunday, they'll have a Super Bowl party at each location. Find the one near you at Froggers.com.
Very good. And we're going to take a little break here in just a few seconds, but and we'll come back and do What You Do That's New. I have a suggestion for you. We'll go over our listener's suggestion. But then in the 420 spot, I do have, it's so funny, a story that says about how much your Super Bowl party should cost.
Are you guys having Super Bowl parties?
I've actually been invited to one. I just got invited to one, and that's the only thing I've heard. My normal crew of football guys, if their teams aren't in, they're out. I think Code Black may go fishing that day.
No.
I'm serious, man. I mean, they're kind of weird like that. If Denver's nowhere near, if they don't have a team that they have a connection to that's in the game, sometimes they just don't do anything.
Which is crazy.
So, I don't know. I don't really have any plans for it. I mean, I got invited to one. My kids are going to one, or they're having one. I got invited to theirs.
I know Jack is having a Deborah-style Super Bowl party.
Oh, yeah, it's him and his wife.
No, it's going to be him holed up in his gaming room with all sorts of snacks and drinks and a big sign on the door that says, "Keep out, no girls allowed."
And a bunch of fresh wings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he's cooking wings.
Got the wings. And no, my wife will be joining me, Deb. So me and my wife watching the game.
She's like, no, man.
No, she's been cool. She's been watching football with me the past couple
The
seasons.
funny thing is, I kind of understand Jack's whole idea of not being in a crowd or going somewhere to watch it, because if you really want to watch the game and kind of get immersed in everything that's happening, it's hard to do that in a mixed group, especially if only people are there for the party and they're not there for the football game. I saw an Instagram thing the other day, and it was people playing a board game, and the whole thing was here's my husband with ADHD waiting for somebody to take their turn, and everybody's being social while playing this board game.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh,
so,
no.
So for me, like when I play poker and we're playing with friends and everybody's chatting it up and it's on somebody and we've been waiting for a minute for somebody to go, I could literally just cash out and go home. I have that. That is one of my triggers. Like, if you're playing the game, play the game. If you're going to talk and hang out, talk and hang out. Don't do one during the other. It sucks.
The last Super Bowl party I went to was the Giants and the New England Patriots, when the New England Patriots had their perfect record.
Is that the helmet catch?
The helmet catch. I'm watching it along with my good friend Joyce, who is a diehard Giant fan, losing our minds. And we look out on the patio, and 9 of my degenerate gambler friends all playing poker with one of the greatest Super Bowls I've ever witnessed with my eyeballs on television.
This must have been at Jimmy's house.
And they're all playing cards.
I think I was at that game.
You probably were.
I know that because I know that game, and I'll tell you why. I got aces back-to-back in that game and I hit a set 2 times in a row to waste 3 people at the table twice where I made like $400 in 2 hands.
I think did you have a Super Bowl party?
Oh, I had a giant one at the house out in Geneva.
Okay, I think that was the last Super Bowl party that I went to where I decided that I hate Super Bowl parties.
You came to that one, yeah.
Because, like you said, you miss the game.
Yeah.
You're not with your own bathroom. You miss the commercials.
And then
you had TVs everywhere, too.
Then either you stay to the end,
Right.
which is a little late, or you have to leave during the game.
I got in big trouble for that game.
Why?
Because my buddy Dan Stone, whom I love dearly, showed up, and Dan and I piled up in the couch inside while everybody else was on the back patio where the screens were out there. And I just sat there and talked to Dan and watched the game because nobody else was in there. They were all about partying, and my wife got my ass about it.
Why? There was karaoke on the patio. You couldn't hear yourself think.
But as a host, you should be out mingling.
That's exactly what she said.
I'm a terrible hostess.
Yeah. I sat in there just fine. I talked to Dan just fine. He'd just gone to Africa, and I was like, man, we're talking about Africa. It was great. I said I'd still be on the couch with him right now hanging out.
Everybody else was able to take care of themselves.
All right, 407-916-1041. Got a fresh keyword for you coming up now, and we'll do What You Do That's New next.
This has been the Froggers Football Follow-Up. Find the Froggers near you at Froggers.com. Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
Watch out for an accident on US 27 northbound before Sand Mine Road. The left lane's blocked there. All lanes are blocked due to an accident on the beach line eastbound near State Road 520. There's an accident affecting the off-ramp from I-4 westbound to State Road 408. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's 2 faves for just $7. Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of these favorite items for just $7. Choose from their spicy or classic chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs. 2 fave items for $7? Gotta be Wendy's. Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Terms apply.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Look, as you go through your social media and see the photographs of Thanksgiving and Christmas and New Year's, see all those smiling faces, those friends and family enjoying each other's time, don't you want to do that as much as possible? I know you do. Well, Life Imaging FLA can help you do that with their free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value, but the information it gives you can save your life. Don't be reactive, be proactive. Take care of this beforehand. Don't wait for a symptom. And don't forget, it takes no time at all. No dyes, no injections. You keep your clothes on, and the entire process only takes a few minutes. So do what I did, what my wife did, what my in-laws did, and what hundreds of Central Floridians are doing. Make that call today and take control of your long-term health care. Here's how you make your appointment. Just pick up your cell phone and dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. Take advantage of this offer and take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Real Radio has more winners of our national keyword contest than almost any other radio station in the country. What do our listeners know?
They gave the hint that the call would come in within an hour and they wouldn't have a caller ID.
Saw the no caller ID and I was like, no way.
They say to answer your phone if the number is private or unknown.
Seems pretty simple. Listen for the keyword, enter it at realradio.fm, and answer the phone if it rings.
Hi, I'm Linda from Winter Park.
This is Robert from Rockledge, Florida.
Hi, I'm Kara from Apopka.
John from Lake Mary, and I just won $1,000.
Listening to Real Radio 104.1.
This contest brought to you locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Ooh, should we get an app?
Appetizer? Nah, not for me. Trying to save some money, you know?
You know what you need? The Upside app. Gives you cash back on essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. You could earn up to $10 on every restaurant meal.
Upside? What's the catch?
No catch. Just download the free app, claim an offer, and get real cash back at places like Popeyes, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut.
Okay, now that's the app I'm getting.
Download the Upside app and get a 10% bonus on your first restaurant purchase. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Picture this. You're cozy by the fire sipping cocoa, or out on the town grabbing a well-deserved nightcap, with the peace of mind knowing your pet is safe at home with Invisible Fence brand. Your customized pet fence gives you confidence that wherever winter takes you, your pet has both freedom and security. With Invisible Fence brand, service and safety never stops. Visit invisiblefence.com to learn more. That's invisiblefence.com.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
Your neighborhood Tools Ace Hardware has everything you need to get ready for spring. Now through February 28th, get the best prices on Made for Florida Sunnyland fertilizers, Miracle Grow soils, Roundup weed and grass killers, yard tools, and more. Plus, colored mulch is only $2.25 a bag all month long. And don't forget to bring in your Steel outdoor power equipment into one of Tools Ace's 11 service centers for a spring tune-up. Tools Ace has 13 convenient locations in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store pickup or delivery. Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
Ever have one of those days where your gut just feels blah?
Ugh, yes.
Occasional bloating or gas could be signs that your gut is out of balance, but Align Probiotic can help. Align 24/7 Digestive Support is a daily use probiotic with a unique strain to help relieve occasional digestive issues. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand. So when you feel the signs, it's time to try Align. Align Probiotic. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Get hired and get a $1,000 sign-in bonus at the Orange County Fleet and Facilities Job Fair on February 6th. Details at OCFL.net.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money, M-O-N-E-Y, money. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Why don't you join the group? It's better than being a party poop.
All right.
Hey, Jimmy, let's face it. If people didn't want to have tents anywhere near the Olympic facilities, LA is really not the place to have the Olympics. There's homeless colonies and tent colonies everywhere in LA.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Been there, buddy. It's bad.
There's already going to be tents there by anything.
Jack and I went out there years ago, back in like 2000, 2001, something like that.
It was 01, yeah.
And man, when you drive through that downtown area and you see the encampments, it's hard to explain because, you know, when you hear homeless encampment in Central Florida, you may be driving down the road and you look off in an area where there's a median there on one of the highways and, you know, a few people have thrown up tents or maybe, 8 or 10 people living in there. When you drive down the blocks of LA when we were there, it was blocks and blocks and blocks on sidewalks where they'd built these lean-tos up against federal buildings. And there were communities. It wasn't like a couple tents. It was a straight-up community.
Yeah, I saw the same thing in Portland, complete with electricity.
Yeah.
Plumbing.
Austin has it. Austin, I mean, Shane Gillis has talked about it in his stand-up act that Austin has a really bad homeless problem. Anytime you go to the parks, any area that would be kind of hidden from view, if you just kind of poked around your head and looked down there, there'd be an entire group of people, like a small little commune of people living there in just the parks. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Money is your 4 o'clock keyword, M-O-N-E-Y. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Money, guys, that is your 4 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win. Remember, if you're playing the game, your phone's got to be up, it's got to be on, and you have to answer it. Even if you do not recognize the number, or if it says caller, no caller ID, you still got to pick it up. That's how they tell you you've won.
And you want that money.
You do want that cash. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do what you do that's new.
What you do that's new. What you do that's new. Hey! If we only knew something new to do, we're alive and you tell us something new brought to you by Clausman Law.
What you do that's new brought to you by Clausman Law. That's KLAUSMAN Law.com. Office is right there in Winter Park, 407-917-1718. Car crash, call Clausman. Of course, we'll talk to Glenn on Thursday for Colbert Court. What you do that's new every Tuesday since we started the show at 4 o'clock. One of the members of the show will choose something for the other members to watch, read, or listen to. We'll do that and then kind of reconvene on that following Tuesday, go over that, and then move on to the next member. We've added something new. We now have listeners that will put up every third rotation, we'll put up a post on gym members saying, hey, let's get some suggestions. We'll go in there and choose one, and then we'll review it. That's exactly what we did this week.
And gym members, by the way, are private Facebook page, Jim spelled J-I-M, because we would never ask you go to the J-Y-M.
Never, ever.
No.
And this week comes from Tony Barrett, who is a longtime listener. He also leaves talkbacks frequently. You can hear him doing that. He's the one that makes the weird noises with his mouth.
Is that the one?
Yeah, that's Tony Barrett. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He suggests. Yeah, exactly. How'd you do that?
Pretty good, Dev.
That's exactly it. God. Andrew Huberman's 5 Things He Can't Live Without. And it was about a 26-minute...
27 minutes and some odd seconds.
Yeah, of...
wow, Debs. So random.
And I know this, it's the Sean Ryan show that he's appearing on. Sean Ryan is a YouTuber, podcaster that has garnered a pretty big audience.
Who I found annoying.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of his videos. I don't really like him as a podcaster. I don't mind some of his guests sometimes, but it's the same guests that make the Rogan swings and the other swings. There's a lot of those guys that kind of make those swings.
There's like a circuit.
Yeah, there is a circuit.
Yeah.
There really is. It really reminds me, Jack, of the old AM radio days, where if you ever wanted to have an interview, if you felt you wanted to do a show with an interview, you could literally go to this catalog of people who had written a book once in their life on, how to choose the right milk or something like that. And they would just wait by the phone for you to call them and interview them. And you had access to any of them. If you only wanted to do interviews, you could find these kooks everywhere on AM radio and do it. I think this guy, Sean Ryan, is a former military guy, like a former maybe SEAL or something like that.
I had Andrew Huberman as a Stanford University neuroscientist and tenured professor.
Yeah, he is. I'm talking about the host.
That's
the
the
host.
guest. Yeah, the
Okay.
host of the show, Sean Ryan, the guy who kept saying nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
He does seem to be limited in his conversation abilities.
Nice.
But I have to tell you, the good thing is, unlike myself sometimes, he will let his guests speak.
Yeah, he did. And this guy had no problem speaking. Andrew Huberman, he's the neuroscientist and podcaster. Extremely interesting.
Yeah, it kind of came off like a pitch.
It did.
A little bit. It kind of almost came off like a little bit of an infomercial for me. I don't know about you guys.
And I picked up on that towards the end when he was talking about a bunch of different things, but also he was talking about the power of prayer for him, and then when Sean Ryan asked him, well, how do you pray? Because, and that's deeply personal, like getting into the specifics of that conversation. And even Andrew said, well, it's a personal question, but I'm happy to tell you. Almost like he knew he was going to answer like like, hey, you could ask me this.
Like it was choreographed.
It seemed a bit planned.
Some of the stuff was very good, though, man. I mean, really, it is, it's the 5 things you can't do without. I mean, a lot of them were something, like I figured he would say something almost more material than he did, but it was like very no material stuff. It was all just
esoteric.
Yes.
Yeah, but then he asked him to, okay, give me those 5 basic things, and like his watch and dog and this and that. But what's interesting is he also talked about waking up and stilling the mind. Basically, it's what he was describing is meditation.
Yes.
Not thinking about the past or the future when your mind is busy and you're trying to get back to sleep, and kind of focusing on the breath. That's exactly what I do. I try to focus on the breath. But something he said, exhale slowly like you're blowing out through a straw, and that actually will help lower your heart rate. And last night I woke up about 4:30. I'm like, I'm not getting up right now. So I focused on the breathing and went back to sleep.
Deb will tell you I do that in here all the time. I mean, he also said that the idea of taking deep breaths, 3 or 4 or 5 deep breaths 4 or 5 times a day. And Deb will tell you I'll be sitting here.
Oh, that's just called a sigh, sweetheart.
No.
Yeah, that's deep. That's different than deep breath work. That's called, oh my God, my life. That's what that's called.
I do that one as well, but I also do the ones where you take the deep breaths. It is good for you. It is very calming.
Well, what's interesting is that we think we breathe properly, and yet 9 times out of 10 we hold our breath more than we realize.
Right.
It's like when you watch a baby breathe. What part of a baby moves when they breathe?
Stomach.
Exactly. Their chest never moves.
Right.
Because it's that deep breathing. Now, for me, I do a different trick to help myself get back to sleep at night, but I did like the recommendation on the deep breathing. No, not that. I use my eyes.
Does it require a lighter?
No, that's not actually what I was even thinking either.
That's what I know.
But
I was thinking what you were thinking. He was thinking. I was thinking.
I was thinking what he was thinking after what I was thinking.
My God.
Yeah, the lighter comes after what I was thinking.
That's what I was thinking.
We're on the same page. But I did like his recommendation.
Okay, Jack. Did not need the sound effect or the whammy bar.
Well, it's not for you.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
But I did like his recommendation, and I was surprised that everything was about having resources,
Yes.
right? You can't negate the fact that without adequate resources, you're going to be stressed the AF out.
Yeah.
So first you have to have resources, shelter, water, food, whatever. Then you have the people that you love, that you take care of. You have a calm mind, and you have a house full of love. I thought and a prayer life. I thought all of those are attainable goals.
Yep. Solid friends.
Solid friends.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Reliable friends, actually. It's funny. I mentioned a topic last week we never got to, which is what makes a good friend. We may do that a little bit later. But yeah, again, I thought it was good. It felt like reading a self-help book or having it read to you. Was anything surprising to you? Did you take anything from it that you're like, oh, yeah, no way. Really? That works? I mean, it was just stuff you've heard a number of times.
No, but sometimes you need those reminders. And, and some people like...
I like his in-depth prayer, actually.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. First of all, thank you,
Tony. Tony.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching that because I think sometimes we need to be reminded. And it actually, as I sat there, I thought about how I've strayed. And this year, I've been coming to work earlier, and I haven't been exercising. I haven't been meditating, and I realized that I have strayed far from the path. So with watching things like this, even though they're things we all know, those reminder help me course adjust and say, okay, I have to start exercising again.
What kind of Catholic are you if you didn't walk away from that feeling guilty?
Yeah,
Shame on you.
Right.
It is
Prayer is the only thing that I do that I haven't strayed away from. But the exercise, forget that.
And the funny thing is, he said, he kind of said he prayed. I don't know about it. Did it make you feel weird that he said he basically prays like a little boy in a TV show,
on
like
on
his knees next to his bed, the way my grandmother taught me how to pray as a kid? I felt this a little weird. Also, did you give him more credit because of his credentials? I know the two of you immediately swept his name, popped it into Google, just like I did.
I had no idea who he was.
And found out if he was a kook or not, and found out if you're going to waste 26 minutes on somebody who doesn't believe the earth is round. I mean, that's kind of the first thing I did, and found out this guy is a relatively decorated intellectual and has been for a while from some of the best universities that we have to offer here in the U.S.
It was the last thing I did. Matter of fact, I only Googled his name at 4 p.m. when the intro was playing. I did not look him up.
I did because I was like, well, that's not a very good podcast host to not let people know who it is that you're speaking to, why it is that you're speaking to them, and what level of expertise you bring in. Instead, you distract your viewer in the first few minutes by just saying the person's name and immediately going into the conversation. So then I'm not in tune to the conversation because I'm trying to figure out who the hell you are.
Or if I should even be listening to you. That's the thing for me, too. I need to give you credibility so I can go, okay, I can spend 26 minutes taking this in because you're not just a guy making the rounds trying to sell me a magic pill or an elixir of some sort.
And that's the difference between podcasts and especially radio interviews, where we will always reset who the guest is because there's always a new person joining. A podcast feels like, well, if you clicked on it, then you you see who the guest is and you know that from the start. However, I don't know if this is an excerpt from his podcast,
right?
Why there was no explanation, kind of setting up who the guest was. But it's funny. I watched the whole thing because I had to,
right?
And then I only looked. I meant to look him up before we had this discussion anyway, but I did not do it.
But and even though he does have a lot of ridiculously credible experience, Stanford University and stuff like that,
he's still been taken to task for some of his beliefs.
A number of the stuff. See, he
so
says
you weigh it.
He dips in because he doesn't practice medicine anymore, I don't believe. I think he still has the lab because it's called Huberman Lab as his podcast. But when you go to his Wikipedia page and kind of scroll down there, he has been accused of dipping his toe into pseudoscience and maybe stretching beyond his realm of expertise a couple times. But I still thought he was interesting. And also, he's pretty big in the skateboard community.
I did not realize what a punk rocker father he was.
Yeah.
Everything about how he dresses, what he wears, what he listens to.
Yeah.
He may be in his late 40s, early 50s, but he's still a skating punk rocker at heart.
Yeah, it was good, man.
I thought that was pretty cool.
26 minutes. I think it's worth a listen. There are a number of things that he goes over that are, I think Jack's right. Just kind of reiterates that these things can be important in your life and they will make an impact. And there's a reason why, cultures have been doing these things for millennia.
Yeah.
These things about, doing the breast, taking the time, finding friends, getting a peaceful home so that you have somewhere to come home to and you feel welcome and warm. And that really kind of emanates beyond the walls of your home and into your personal life and your business life and your professional life, all those things. Yeah, good.
That's our first listener pick of the week.
He did a good job. Good job,
Thank you, Tony.
All right, Tony.
Tony.
Looking forward to the next one. Okay, so mine's quick. I'll go ahead and tell you real quick, and then we can kind of move on. So I chose a short video. I think it's like 16 minutes long, maybe not even. And basically it's this. It's 15 accidental inventions. Inventions, and a couple of them in there are going to shock you. That's why I chose this, because I remember hearing the story of one of these particular ones. I won't get into it, and it was just kind of amazing, because really what you realize, and when you kind of look at some of the most important things we have as humans that we use to move through our day and our lives, that these things were accidental, and they were, but they wouldn't have been accidental have someone not been paying attention. And I think that was the neat part of this for me, is all someone did is pay attention. And look at the information that was in front of them and then apply that to an issue. And it just really reiterated to me how paying attention is super important in your life, understanding your surroundings, understanding the value of where you are and what you're doing. And if you keep your eyes open, you never know exactly what you can stumble onto. And that's really the key to the video I provided today. So you'll check that out, JimColbertLive.com. Jack will have the link up for you. You can kind of go right through and enjoy that with us. And we'll revisit this next Tuesday.
Sounds like a good idea. Potato chips were, that was a mistake, right?
Well, I'm not going to tell you. You have to go. It may have been. All right, back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show. We'll find out how much your Super Bowl party's going to cost you next.
Oh, that's a tease.
What you do that's new, brought to you by Glenn Klausman, KLAUSMANLAW.com. Proudly sponsored since day one by Glenn Klausman, KlausmanLaw.com.
Bye.
Watch out for an object in the roadway affecting all lanes on State Road 19 south at Portofino Bay. There's an accident blocking the right lane on the beach line eastbound near State Road 520, causing a bit of backups there. Traffic is slowing down on all the major roadways. There's an accident on US 27 northbound before Sand Mine Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart or straighttalk.com.
Hey guys, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at the Nickley Group. Not a big secret that the real estate market is changing and booming in Orlando now more than ever, and your home is your most valuable asset. That's why you need a real estate company that's always one step ahead of the market. Whether you're buying or selling, that is the Nickley Group. 4,000 5-star reviews, and there's a reason why. They sell homes on average for 6% more, and they sell them twice as fast as well. Matter of fact, clients save about $24,000 when they use the Nickley Group to purchase their home. And their VIP program gets your home in front of so many qualified buyers, not just here in Florida, but nationwide as well. And don't sleep on their website, man. At thenickley.com, you could get a guaranteed cash offer for your home. No showings, no open houses. You could close that deal in just 14 days. Get your home valued instantly using current market data. That way you get a really accurate number and you know what you can do with that equity. List your house on the market, all of that right there on their website. And while you're there, download that free buyer's guide. It is absolutely packed up with useful information about the home buying and selling process. It's thenickley.com. That's NICKLEY group.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
Help! My cat needs saving! Oh no. Has he tried Navy Federal Credit Union? They have lots of great savings and investing options. What? No, he needs help. Well, with Navy Federal's financial advisors and online tools, he can get all the help he needs. Whew, got him. Good catch.
Sign up at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Savings products insured by NCUA. Investment products are not insured, not obligations of Navy Federal, and may lose value.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Taxes was not knowing your full financial picture. Now Taxes is getting and maximizing your refund all in one place. Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get you the most money back, guaranteed. Then you can do more with all that money, all in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Get started today. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Experience Tables Extraordinaire, February 5th through 7th at Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Church in Maitland. Beautiful table designs, Greek culinary delights, and auction treasures. Then the Gala Banquet on Saturday, February 8th. Details at tables-extraordinaire.com.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
In a world where every second counts,
immigration raids are still underway across the country.
iHeartRadio has one podcast that keeps you informed. 24/7 News. The latest. Today's latest news every hour in just 4 minutes.
DeepSeek launched its AI model R1 last week.
Be the first to know.
President Trump has sent a loud and clear message.
iHeartRadio's 24/7 News. The latest. Open the free iHeart app and listen now.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. If you want to leave a talk back, you could do that. Just get that iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that microphone to send your comment on down the line. Your 4 o'clock keyword is money, M-O-N-E-Y. Slide over to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000, guys. Money. That's it. That is your 4 o'clock keyword. Good luck. Remember, if you're playing the game, phone on, phone up, and answer the damn thing when it rings.
Keep it in your hand for the next hour.
Keep it in the front part of your pants. Stick it in your pants.
Ooh,
I
even
do
better.
that.
Vibrate on.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey.
Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hey.
Jack is here as well. Sorry for my voice. Somebody said that there's a lot of pollen in the air right
There
now,
is.
but I did not see that. It wasn't anywhere around the house or anything like that. I didn't see an accumulation, but that's
It's
kind of
hard to see on a white vehicle, but
Let's check the pollen.
if you look at your car is usually one of the biggest indicators, I would think. You could see when your car is covered.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't see any of that today, but somebody said that your voice may be reacting to some allergens, and that's kind of what I have. I've got a weird, kind of almost like little sniffly nose, but I don't. Yeah. But I don't feel bad. There's no symptoms or anything like that.
We all do it when we're sick. We come to work because we're troopers, and we tell everyone we have allergies.
Oh, look, buddy, listen,
we got it.
We can best of it, and I can haul ass right now if you'd like. All I'm just saying is I don't know what's going on. My voice just started like this last night, and then woke up this morning. It's the same thing, man. I don't know what's up.
Well, tree pollen is high in the moment here in Maitland.
And I have it to oak is my bad one.
Okay, yeah.
Oak is my bad one. I'm Code Black is grass and I guess weeds or whatever like that. Mine is oak. Tears me apart.
And it's going to be this way all week.
Is it really?
Yeah, sorry.
Do you guys have that? Do you guys have any seasonal things or like any allergies like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
What gets you?
Mine is tree pollen, and for me, it's my skin.
Oh, you break out?
It like hives. I can tell the second the pollen has landed on my skin.
Wow, really? Like
because
burns?
It doesn't burn, but it immediately goes into, oh, you want to scratch that.
Oh, yeah, really bad?
Oh, you want to scratch that.
And you don't scratch it?
And then you do, and then you just watch the hives just rise up all over. Good times.
You get any of that, Jack?
Yeah, it used to be worse for me when I lived in Jersey, and it was seasonal. And then when I came down here, the seasons are kind of like all year long,
right.
Because things are always growing. And I don't know if I have adapted. I will have moments of like acute allergies, but it might be a day or it might be a couple days and then it just moves on and then I'm good.
I've had attacks that were so bad it felt like the flu, and then the next day like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Except for my nose is real dry and stuff from just rubbing it over and over and over and stuff.
Yeah, those seasonal allergies are no joke. My mom and brother used to suffer so bad up in Wisconsin. Ragweed.
Yeah.
Just
Code Black has to get injections for it.
Chris just went yesterday and got shots
because they put him down. Like he can't leave he goes into his room and he turns on this air purifier thing and he has to stay in his room with an air purifier. That's how bad it is for him.
Yeah, it's miserable.
Just shuts his entire body down. It's just absolute misery.
Yeah, and it makes you feel like you're feeling right now. It may
terrible.
be quote unquote just pollen.
Yeah.
But you feel terrible.
Yeah, it's just kind of weird feeling, you know.
Wears you down.
Yeah. Well, the Super Bowl is coming up. Everybody is going to be throwing parties. We were just talking about that a little bit earlier. I got invited to at least one. And I think this is a BYO, whatever you're eating kind of party.
Right.
You know?
The one by your kids?
Yeah.
And your kids invited you?
Yeah, my kids, yeah. They're throwing a little party.
You know what?
My kids like to get down, dude.
It's better than your kids not inviting you.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So, they were for pizza on Sunday night. We kind of have a little Sunday night date thing going on. And they were for pizza, and we were just kind of discussing it. And they're throwing something, and I guess it's you bring something to the party. I don't know if they're designating that, but everybody will have their dip or their chip or their baked good or whatever.
Did they tell you what they want you to bring?
No, we haven't really gotten into that discussion because when I come strong, dog. I don't walk in there with a bag of chips and some dip. I come in there with something off the Big Green Egg.
I didn't expect anything less. That's why I'm wondering if they had recommendations. It's like, oh, we're putting Dad in charge of entree.
Oh, I'll be stepping hard. If I'm coming with like ribs or pulled pork.
Which is why they made it a BYOB, because they're like, Dad's going to come with ribs. He's going to come with pork.
Yeah. I go overboard. I bring straight up a 10-person party with me. I don't care who's going to be there.
Well, then you can come over to my house, too.
So, and this is funny because that's exactly how many people they base these numbers on. Now, the funny thing is it says, compared to last year, it really isn't going to be that much more to throw a party. But there are certain things that if you're doing, Jack, you definitely want to pay attention to that. Now, although you already have yours.
Yeah, I have an idea, but because you just made me think of it, it came up today. I have a food question for you.
Okay, very good.
All right.
What about your deviled eggs?
The deviled eggs are coming in. I'll bring them in on Monday.
For us, right?
Yeah, I'm bringing them in Monday.
A dozen each, so we...
No.
No.
What?
We need them for our Super Bowl party.
Oh, you mean bring them in Friday?
Yeah, so we have them to take home with us.
I'm not giving those to anybody else.
Oh, you damn, do what you want.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, absolutely. And we want the Tupperware deviled egg containers, too.
Okay. Really, anything else?
You got this guy one Apple iWatch, and it's all over from there.
And don't overload me on paprika.
Okay.
That's all I got to say.
How about you just put your own on?
There you go.
There you go.
On the side, please.
Smoked paprika.
Yeah, you self-pap it. All right, here's the deal.
Here it
That's
is.
how Deb gets back to sleep.
You just killed Jimmy.
You're economist with the Wells Fargo Agri-Food Institute. My God. They found out that really your cost is only going to be a little bit more, like a fraction of a percent than last year, depending on what you're making. So what do you think the total cost is for a party for 10 people? It said they pegged the price for a Super Bowl party menu for 10 people at around this much money. And I have to tell you, I do not want to go to this party if this is all they're spending on it. I do not want to do it.
75.
I don't know that. I don't know that you could have a good Super Bowl party if this is all you spend on the snacks. You guys can disagree or agree. 75, no.
I disagree. I just know I'm going to disagree with you.
$140.
I was going to say 150.
Yeah, $140 is the average price. So is
That's
that
a lot.
That's not a lot.
That is a lot.
Dude,
what do you get?
How much was your bag of wings, big dog?
I don't know.
For 2 people.
Well,
how many was your bag of wings? This is for 10 people. And
yeah,
$13.90 per person for a Super Bowl party?
What are you feeding them, or is it snacks? Is it dinner?
Well, they're saying snacks, but snacks
Okay.
can be like loaded poppers is a snack.
Hello, listen. Dry onion soup mix, sour cream, and pretzels. Boom.
I would slam the door in your face.
I got to write that. I got to make sure I have that. For
I would
Sunday.
slam the door in your face.
Sunday, yeah, I'm doing that. Pretzels.
All right, here are the things that have dropped
sour
in
cream.
What are you laughing at?
How excited he got over pretzels,
Oh,
sour
I haven't
cream.
had that in years. I try and make good decisions. And,
It's so funny.
and I still gain weight. So, what the hell?
It's so funny. The two things that
Called your
Jack,
50s.
the two things Jack has said definitively that are going to be on his menu are 2 of the only 7 items that are actually going up in price.
Chicken wings?
Chicken wings have gone up 7.5% from last year, and onion dip is 1.5%.
Oh, damn.
So your onion dip is going to cost more.
Jack is going bougie.
Celery's like 10% cheaper. Broccoli, and who brings broccoli?
That's what I heard earlier today. Broccoli and
Who brings broccoli?
and cauliflower. Well, who doesn't do a vegetable tray?
It's for the wife of that guy. You know.
Frozen shrimp is cheaper actually this year, if you can imagine. Potato chips are cheaper this year. Frozen pizza is actually cheaper this year. Frozen pizza at a Super Bowl party. I guess that fits, right? That's fine.
Oh, Evil Eye has a winner there. Mild Italian sausages with peppers and
Oh, yeah,
onions
yeah.
on potato buns.
Yeah, that's good.
Let's go.
That's no bad. That's not bad at all.
Okay, can you make that too?
Cauliflower's cheaper. Tortilla chips are cheaper. Salsa is even cheaper. And so is nacho cheese, which is weird. Well, there's not much cheese in there, actually.
Right, exactly.
But the stuff that's more expensive is onion dip, wine. Wine, not really a Super Bowl party kind of staple, is it?
No.
Beer is more expensive, 2% more expensive. Carrots, prepared carrots are more expensive. In other words, and don't buy prepared carrots. You're just costing yourself a fortune, man.
It's the markup on that is crazy.
Yeah,
That's like when you go and you get your chicken and they're like, it's chicken cutlets instead of your chicken breast. Look at the price per pound on that stuff. They're charging you $1 per pound to cut your chicken in half.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
You look at the per pound and you're like, oh, Jesus, I'm getting destroyed here on this. I do that all the time. And then chicken wings are up 7%. Bell peppers, avocados, and cherry tomatoes all up over 10% from last year. And all of those safe at my Super Bowl party. Nobody's touching it. Well, I guess avocados for guac.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Got to make that delicious guac. What's
All
your favorite? Go ahead.
Okay, question.
Yeah. Oh, this is your food question?
This is my food question. All right. My wife got chicken wings, but they're not frozen. They're fresh. And the sell-by date is...
Oh, dude, what?
I know. This is a dilemma.
You freeze them?
Huh?
You freeze them?
Right now, they're in the fridge with a sell-by date of 2/6. So
Thursday?
That's Thursday. But I don't want these cooked until Sunday.
Buddy,
I'd freeze them tonight.
I got to freeze them tonight, right?
I would
and then take them out, Saturday morning?
Yeah.
And put them in the fridge.
Yeah, or Sunday morning. I mean, what time are you going to cook them? I mean, the game's not until 6:30. If you took them out Sunday morning, you'd be fine. But you got to freeze those, dude. You can't let them sit like 2 days after. Chicken is notorious for that kind of thing. And even if you fry the hell out of them, you can still get sick.
Yeah.
You got to be real careful.
It needs to go in the freezer.
You got to put them in the freezer. And when you buy those, unless you're cooking them the next day or the day after, you got to freeze those things, man. I don't blank around with chicken. Deb is even more sketchy than I am about it. We'll have food that comes in.
Yeah.
And she'll kind of get something maybe for Chris or whatever. And she's like, can I, should this go in the fridge? Should this? I'm like, if it's got mayonnaise, eggs, anything like that, fridge as quickly as possible.
I'm always looking at Jimmy. Does this have to go in the fridge?
Yeah, man. If it's got mayo in it, man, eggs just don't do well out. You got to get that. You got to get that stuff in the fridge, man.
So how many days have they been in the refrigerator since you bought them,
I
Jack?
think she bought them yesterday, but
it's not bad.
Yeah, so I mean they're refrigerated with a sell-by date at 2/6. I figure if they go in the freezer, then I'm good until Saturday night. I'll throw them in the fridge.
What's the one thing at a Super Bowl party when you walk in, you know for a fact when you see it on the table, you're going to have a really good time at the Super Bowl party?
Hard-boiled eggs.
Oh, no.
Deviled eggs.
Naked woman with sushi on her.
Damn, that's a little specific.
I've seen it.
Do you like the hand rolls, Jack?
Oh,
yeah.
I won't take that one. I think maybe
what's your favorite?
Like good pizza, man. I think when somebody orders pizza out, good pizza, or when somebody makes something like when all the dips are made fresh instead of bought, store bought, so they have preservatives in them, which you can taste immediately.
What are pig shots?
Pig shots. I think a pig shot is the pulled pork. I think the pulled pork and
wasn't it like on a little skewer, like a.
Yeah, something like that. I think it's almost like a burnt end kind of thing.
Oh,
which I'm making for sure. If I go to this party with my kids, that's what I'm making, burnt ends. Oh my God, I made some the other day.
I might get mozzarella sticks.
Mozzarella sticks.
We go from burnt ends to mozzarella sticks. I love this. Keep going, gentlemen. Ding, ding, ding.
Are you trying to get yourself uninvited to every party that you've been invited to?
He's not going to a party. This is his party.
Yeah, I've not been invited to any parties. Second of all, I'm not going to any parties.
Now you know why.
I haven't been invited.
I mean, if you're the guy walking in with mozzarella sticks,
I'm not bringing them anywhere. I'm thinking what I want to eat that I always put off that I like that I can cook in my air fryer.
I told you this is Jack's day to sit in his game room on his couch, bundled up with blankets, eating all the snack food he
I want
wants.
pretzels with French onion dip.
God, Jack.
Wash it down with an old fashioned.
And it's tough because I'd rather actually have soda when I eat my pretzels.
You don't drink beer, right?
I could.
But you don't drink much beer. I never knew you was a beer drinker.
Yeah, it's okay.
He likes soda with his pretzels because then he can dip his pretzels in his soda.
Thank you, Deb.
You're welcome.
God almighty, you don't do that.
Yes, he does.
You dip your pretzels in soda?
How many times have you not heard him say that that's why
I don't
he likes
listen to him talk. As soon as I hear his
pretzel
voice, my brain
rods.
shuts down.
Leave your arms alone. He likes the pretzel rods in the soda. And then it softens up the pretzel.
So what I do now?
The ones that look like pickup sticks?
No. The rods, not sticks.
As someone who used to put boiled peanuts in his Pepsi, you shall not shake a finger.
Okay, so hold on for a second. Just hold on for a second.
There is no holding on.
That is a Southern culture staple. Soda with pretzels is not any culture staple. It's a weirdo culture staple for weirdos.
No. I bet more people. Here's the question of the day.
Not even close.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Buddy,
and here's the deal.
That's a blowout.
Let me tell you how I matured over the years because I no longer dip my pretzel rods in my soda. Now I take a couple bites and then take a swig of soda and let the mixing happen in my mouth.
He's a cement mixer, Jimmy.
Nobody does that.
He likes the fizz of the salt in the soda.
Yes.
I would suggest that you probably couldn't find one other person in the audience that does that.
Come on, 77031. You can text us. You can leave us a talk back.
I'm telling you, I doubt there. Here's the thing. They may do it just to make me look like an ass because people hate me, and that's fine. I get it. I'm not a big fan of me either. But what I'm saying is, I believe that if anybody says that, they would be just doing it to get in my ass, get on my nerves. Getting my ass was a bad way to say that.
I was going to say, no one wants to put their pretzel rod there.
No. Well, they probably would do it there before soda. I mean, if I gave them a choice, if they walked up to a table and they pulled the curtain back and it was my ass up there and a soda, somebody may roll the dice and think maybe it's just a clever way to put a dip. You know? Because that's...
You dip, we dip, they dip.
Because that is a sign of a serial killer.
Right.
If I see you stirring your soda with a pretzel and then eating it and enjoying it, bro, I'll make some space between us.
That's okay. I'll take up that space.
Thank you, Deb.
You're welcome.
Is that what we're doing? You do it?
No.
Yeah, but exactly.
So what? I can respect it.
No, you can't.
I'm sorry.
It's unrespectable.
Put peanuts in your soda.
He puts nuts in his soda,
Jack,
dude.
listen to me.
Nuts in his Pepsi.
You two Yankees have no idea. You two Yankees have no idea. In the South, I would bet right now a solid amount of dough that 70% of our audience.
How much dough?
70% at one point in their life either put peanuts in their soda or saw a brother, sister, uncle, aunt, mom, dad do it. It is a Southern culture thing.
Okay. Well, how do you know that's not a Jersey thing?
It's not a Jersey thing. Listen
After
to
they
him.
put on their velour, jumpsuits, their gold chains before they kick out the light to the drug dealer, they're going to have a pretzel rod with their soda.
They're too busy polishing their Italian horns.
All right, Philly checking in. They're a pretzel soda guy.
No, Philly's...
I might have to root for the Eagles now.
No.
I totally dip my pretzels in Coke. Oh, my father-in-law dips Oreo cookies and Diet
They're
Coke.
talking about cocaine. These people are degenerates. By far, they're talking about cocaine. Nobody here is talking about soda. Purely cocaine.
Someone else said his wife eats the mini pretzels, chews them, and then drinks a Diet Coke with those in her mouth.
Yes.
That is your sister from
Bravo.
another Mr. Bradshaw.
Jim, you are absolutely correct. Peanuts and Coke, Southern treat. Pretzel and Coke, disgusting, mushy.
I don't see that text.
It's right there.
Yeah.
It's right there.
You're making things
Killing my voice even worse.
This is
Oh
great.
my God!
Let's
I sound
get
like
more angry.
I sound like a bar whore. I'm over here, big boy.
MacGyver's on.
Can I get one of those Pall Malls?
I love dipping pretzel rods in root beer or Mountain Dew was the best.
Oh, root beer was good. Growing up, it was Dr. Pepper was my favorite.
Oh,
now
yeah.
it's Coke or Dr. Pepper.
DP, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That tracks.
I've lived in Florida my entire life, and I've never heard of putting peanuts in soda.
Oh,
Another one vote for no. That is no on soda nuts. That's going to be your new nickname there,
Soda
Jimmy.
Nuts.
Soda nuts.
At least a show title.
There we go.
That's gonna save us
Soda
30.
nuts.
That'll save us 30 seconds from getting out of here tonight.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
All right, 407-916-10. This battle's not over.
No, it's not. But we have a new show title, Jack.
What's that?
Jimmy's getting pegged by a pretzel.
No.
Pegged by a pretzel?
Born and
by a
raised in the
pretzel.
South, has never seen. Who is that?
When I lived in Germany, we used to dip pretzels in soda all of the time.
Our buddy Henny John says to do it with peanut butter cookies and sweet tea. What is wrong with you
All right,
guys?
now that's psychotic.
Yeah.
I think we can agree.
Let's cleanse our palate. Back in a second.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
Love me, hold me, 'cause I'm free.
Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
Broadcasting live from the Cool Today Weather Center at cooltoday.com.
Hey there, Central Florida, Fox 35, Storm Team Meteorologist Noah Bergen here. We are looking at some dense fog again tonight. Temperatures low to mid 80s for highs every day for the next week. The weekend looks fantastic. Sunshine on Saturday, 83. Sunshine on Sunday, 84. A little bit of humidity, not too much. Average high for early February is in the low 70s, so we're 10 plus degrees above average, and things are going to be feeling a lot more like early spring for the foreseeable future. Have a great night.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
Put that smile back on your face when you pull into your driveway by replacing your old windows and doors with the beautiful designs from Renewal by Andersen. One reason is peace of mind. With Renewal by Andersen's Acclaim Impact Windows and Doors, you're investing in a product that not only enhances your home's beauty, but also significantly boosts its safety and value. Plus, they're customizable. You can choose from a variety of styles and finishes to match your home's aesthetic, and then each product is custom built to fit your home's exact specifications. And Renewal by Andersen offers a free, no-obligation consultation to help you find the perfect windows and doors for your home. Here's what Joni had to say. Great workers and beautiful job. Love it. All the employees are wonderful. Thank you all. For February, Renewal by Andersen is offering buy 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com, official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
This little piggy wasn't affected by the market. This little piggy had protected funds. This little piggy locked in college costs. This little piggy had a 1-year plan. And all the little piggies went wee to college land.
Before you know it, those tiny feet will be off to college. Save the smartest way with a Florida 529 prepaid plan. Unlike a regular savings account, the funds are dedicated and guaranteed to cover tuition costs. So when they're ready to go, you are too. Prepaid plans start at $29 a month. Open enrollment is now.
Guys, let me tell you something. If you need a new bathroom, you got to get over to my friends at Rebath.com. These guys are awesome. 436 in Altamont. They're right across from Kobe. Very easy to find. When you slide into their showroom, you're going to see some models set up. Now, look, you're not just choosing one of those models. That's not what happens. Those models represent bathrooms with different designs using their products from their catalog, and they're beautiful. And they install that in just 4 to 6 days. That's it. They do it with their employees, and they give you a lifetime guarantee on the products and the install. Even better. If you mention the Jim Colbert Show, they're going to throw in $800 in upgrades to your new bathroom project. Simply amazing stuff. And I'll tell you something else. They do a great job. When you go there, you'll see multiple choices of toilets and tubs and tiles and cabinets and lighting. It's all there. No way you can't find a bathroom in there that'll help you out. And if not, they have a design team that can help you as well. Log on to the website. Look at those before and afters, man. Some amazing stuff is happening. Book your appointment today. Your new bathroom is right there in Altamont Springs at rebath.com.
Let the professionals at Fence Outlet save you time and money. We handle everything from the free estimate to the install. We do it all, and you get 0% financing. So come into Fence Outlet or visit fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Great news! You're getting a Gabe store. Do you know about Gabe's? They offer the biggest brands for up to 70% off department store prices. You'll get huge savings on apparel and footwear for the whole family, plus picks for your home from their private label brand, Old Time Pottery. Shop deals on personal care, everyday essentials, and pantry items too. Join the grand opening on February 8th at 1300 West International Speedway Boulevard in Daytona. Doors open at 9 a.m. Gabe's, find your deal.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
Favorite station, preset. Favorite artist, preset. Favorite podcast, preset.
We know you're loving the new preset feature on the new and improved iHeartRadio app. See it now, along with even more great features. It's everything you love about your car radio in the palm of your hand.
iHeartRadio.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
I've just been feeling so sluggish lately.
You should try the Metamucil 2-week challenge.
The Metamucil 2-week challenge?
Yeah, Metamucil 4-in-1 fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Start your daily routine now, and in 2 weeks, you could be feeling great. Well, it's been 2 weeks. How you feeling?
Lighter and feeling great.
If you want to feel lighter by promoting digestive health, sign up to take the 2-week challenge at Metamucil.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
The only Super Bowl party I've ever thrown was, I'm from Atlanta, and the Falcons totally S the bed at the end of the game.
The worst.
And when they started going down, my really good friend kind of ushered all the people out of the room because he could see me just melting into the couch. So no Super Bowl parties for me.
Hey guys, a few years ago, I did a Super Bowl party for my podcast, and it turns out you're not allowed to use that word, I guess, and I got a cease and desist from the NFL saying I can't use that word and had to take it down, and it was blocked. So we redid it as the Superb Owl Party, and that was great. Good workaround.
Awesome. Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's not exactly the same as, dipping pretzels in soda or peanuts in soda or anything like that. But one weird thing that I used to do, and I would probably still like it if I did it now, but I haven't done it in a while, is I used to put mayonnaise in between the peanut butter and the jelly on PB&Js.
Yeah, my dad
And
did
it
that.
gave it a very, very nice tang to it. So, yeah, Jim, you should try that. I think you might either like it or absolutely hate me.
Actually, my dad did Miracle Whip on peanut butter.
No!
Miracle
yeah,
Whip.
I couldn't.
Miracle Whip on peanut butter.
My daughters put mayonnaise on saltines when they eat chili. Oh, they will literally they'll make like 10 saltines and put a small little thing of mayonnaise on their saltines when they eat them with chili.
I might have to try that.
Hey, we got one more. This is from Tony, who is our the person who suggested our What'd You Do That's New this week.
Can I tell you, I was worried a whole week after posting that pic for What'd You Do That's New? I just assumed that you guys would just rip on me. I was feeling it this whole week. Thank goodness you guys liked it. Anyways, I love you guys, love the show, always have, always will. Shout out.
Poor Tony. You know, I actually thought of that.
Yeah.
When opening up the iPad today, I thought, how nervous is Tony wondering, like, oh my God, what are they going to say?
I was looking for stuff to hate.
Are they going to hate it?
Yeah, I just wanted to hand it to him so bad.
Is
but,
Jen going to rip me?
Unfortunately. He was like one of the first guys, because he's been listening a while. I gave that guy a nickname years ago. I won't even repeat it. But I gave him a nickname a long, long time ago when we first started kind of doing shows and stuff on the air.
Oh, here, if you want to rip someone, yeah, have at this one.
Hey, guys. Long time has been talking to you, but I think I top you all with dipping.
Uh-oh.
How about Fig Newtons in 12-year-old scotch? Good.
Bye. And all these years, you can't figure out to turn your TV off when you call.
Oh, my gosh.
And all
the
these
background noise.
35 years, can't figure it out, buddy. Love you.
He's too busy dipping Fig Newtons
Holy
in 12-year-old scotch.
What's worse, that he doesn't talk back with some like either commercials or something playing loudly on it, or the fact that he's putting Fig Newtons in 12-year-old scotch.
All I can think is, yeah, we don't need to hear the Brady Bunch during your call, buddy.
Mersha.
All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. You know, during the break, I was thinking if we were missing any of these, so I hopped online to see the most bizarre regional food combinations. And bro, let me tell you, I don't know. And the great thing about saying this stuff in Florida, and we'll continue this over in the 5 o'clock hour, but the stuff about, I mean, this is such a transient state that inevitably somebody is going to be in the audience that has probably experienced one of these terrible combinations of food.
Yeah.
You say terrible.
Yeah, I mean, terrible.
Well, someone said they like to eat sharp cheddar cheese with their Lance cherry soda.
Well, that's, I mean, again, I don't.
The sweet with the savory,
yeah,
right?
that's it. I mean, that's fine.
It blew my mind, and this was years ago on the file when they told me this was a common thing. Hot apple pie with cheese.
Oh, yeah. Cheddar cheese. Sharp cheddar cheese.
Well, apples love cheese, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I guess that's a thing for me. Those are things that, no, they do not go together.
Yeah, no.
Vanilla ice cream and apple pie. Any ice cream and apple pie.
Well, apples and cheese are going to go great anyway, and then you add the extra sweetness of the sugar from the apple pie and cheese. It's a great combination.
Sharp.
As a matter of fact, don't they like pack up those? Aren't there like prepackaged little like snack kits for kids that have like a cheese and apples like as part of the thing? They'll have a little cracker and a cheese and an apple. I think that's
possibly.
Yeah, and you like the sticks, right? Don't you like the mozzarella sticks or the Swiss sticks or whatever?
Yeah, I like mozzarella sticks after they come out of a fryer.
Yeah. Oh God, Jack.
With breading.
Jesus. By the way, a couple people are saying that peanut butter and jelly and mayonnaise thing on the texting service.
Oh, that's
like a couple. Is that a Wisconsin thing?
I don't know. It wasn't even mayonnaise. Again, it was Miracle Whip.
Yeah, the sweeter, nastier, disgusting version of mayonnaise
with peanut butter.
What's the difference?
It's got sugar in it. It's
mayonnaise
terrible.
is from eggs.
Well, mayonnaise is real. Miracle Whip is super produced.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's got to be the same thing, though, doesn't it?
No, it's not.
No, it's
that's
not.
why they say it's. People will discern. Is it mayonnaise? No, it's Miracle Whip.
says Miracle Whip, and it just says food. it doesn't even.
Was there a question mark after that?
Okay.
Food?
Can we all
says
agree?
Food.
Can we all agree that the person who texted about putting cinnamon and Red Hots in their milk?
Oh my God!
Try cinnamon hot tamale candies and milk.
No, I will not.
Wait, that doesn't sound so bad.
How about sour Skittles with milk?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. That is so bad. So here's one too. By the way, launched in 1933, Miracle Whip was lauded as a cheaper alternative to mayonnaise during the Depression. And it still doesn't say what it's made of. No, water, soybean oil, high fructose corn syrup, vinegar, modified cornstarch, egg, salt, flavor, mustard powder. But if you know in the order of predominance,
yeah,
right, eggs is like fifth.
Yeah.
As opposed to first or second because mayonnaise is basically eggs and oil
and
lemon.
And that's it. And Jack, someone texted in, pretzel rods and Coke rock. As kids, we did it all the time. It makes a frosty top on the soda. Yeah. So you eat the pretzel, then drink the soda, and your bubbles burst in your mouth like mad dogs from New York.
Bravo.
So it's like the salt reacts with the carbonation. Is that what happens?
Yeah.
See, the reason I think it's so disgusting, or it sounds disgusting to me, is the pretzel getting mushy. I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want that.
You get that before the mush.
Exactly.
Pre-mush?
Yeah, well, you don't leave it in. It's the amount of time. It's same thing with biscotti in your coffee. You dip it in real quick and then you're done. You don't let it sit there for too long.
I don't dip my biscotti in the coffee. I drink the coffee after taking a bite of biscotti.
See?
How about the most disgusting combo of all?
Which is?
From Laverne and Shirley.
Oh, Coke and Pepsi
and milk.
Pepsi
and milk.
God almighty.
Don't you remember?
No.
That was a staple
Laverne's
of the
thing.
show.
I hated that show.
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I didn't like that show. I never was a Happy Days fan
watching that
either.
this weekend.
I don't like that show. I didn't like Happy Days either. My uncles loved it. I didn't like it. I thought Fonz was a dick.
Schnazel.
Haas
and Pfeffer Incorporated.
Oh, yeah.
What do you got against Milwaukee Brewers?
All right, 407
D-bag.
916-1041. All right, I'll give you one. Just call me a D-bag? That's fine.
With a capital D.
I'll give you one of these weird food combinations. This one's from Pittsburgh. It's called a Pittsburgh salad. What do you think is on a Pittsburgh salad?
I'm too scared.
Can I tell you? You should be. These steel workers will eat anything.
Scrapple?
No. It's a salad topped with steak and French fries.
Well, then what makes it a salad?
That stuff under it. The lettuce that's under the steak and French fries.
The bed for the steak.
It says the Pittsburgh salad was born. It comprises lettuce, steak or grilled chicken, shredded cheese, veggies, dressing, usually ranch, and of course, it says, of course, French fries.
Of course.
As if it's going to go, duh, French fries. That's where it starts, by the way.
Oh.
All right, 407-916-1041. Got another keyword for you right now. Stay put.
Hi, I'm Kara from Apopka, and I just won $1,000 listening to Real Radio 104.1.
Your next chance to win $1,000 is minutes away, courtesy of Mills Air on Real Radio 104.1.
Traffic starting to slow down on all the major roadways this afternoon on I-4 through the city on Florida's Turnpike southbound, approaching that US 192 area. There's an object in the roadway blocking all lanes on State Road 19 at Portofino Bay. Watch out for an accident on the Beach Line eastbound near State Road 520. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows that your business is built on speed. That's why the Lowe's Pro Desk will help you get what you need right away. And with their pro-only checkout and dedicated pro parking, they'll help you get back on the job fast. Just visit them at the Pro Desk. We help, you save.
Compare your quote. It is so easy with that mortgage guy, Don. Already have a quote and you're wondering if it's any good? You know, a recent study showed that less than 20% of us compare that first mortgage quote that we get. But you don't want to be a slacker. You want peace of mind. So just go to the website, hit the button that says compare, and upload your quote. That's it. That mortgage guy, Don, is going to tell you if it's any good, and you can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. It's truly peace of mind at your fingertips, so don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Explore HVAC and maintenance tech opportunities at the Orange County Fleet and Facilities Job Fair. Apply, interview, and get hired same day. Plus, earn a $1,000 sign-on bonus. Thursday, February 6th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Orange County Facilities Building in Orlando. Learn more at ocfl.net.
Mardi Gras is here. You can celebrate all month at Tibby's New Orleans Kitchen. If you haven't been over there, the food is legit. So good. Shrimp and grits, amazing. The most authentic Mardi Gras celebration in town, happening now all the way through March 4th. Let the good times roll there at Tibby's. Plus, they have those goblets, and you get their beer, like the beer out of New Orleans. You get those goblets, so good. Run by New Orleans natives, serving up Cajun flavors for over a decade, bringing New Orleans right here to Florida. 10 years of authentic Cajun flavors and culture. And don't forget, now through March 4th, you can celebrate Mardi Gras at Tibby's. That's where you eat, drink, and celebrate just like you're in New Orleans. 2 locations, Winter Park and Altamont Springs. Get there and let the good times roll. Tibbys.com.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we're treating the untreatable. Using a patient's unique genetic makeup, our researchers are developing personalized cancer vaccines that help stimulate the immune system to better fight the disease and prevent it from recurring. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
Join us at the 12th Annual Mount Dora Scottish Highland Festival on February 14th through 16th. Experience the excitement as athletes compete in traditional Scottish Highland games. Enjoy the rhythm of the Scottish Pipe and Drum Band. Shop at unique vendors. Enjoy a Guinness with the friends. It's like being in the Highlands. The event takes place in Donnelly and Elizabeth Evans Parks in Mount Dora and is sponsored by Guinness, Discover Lake, and the City of Mount Dora. Get your tickets and information at MountDoraScott.com. That's MountDoraScott.com.
It's late, you're hungry, you can't decide whether to stay out or go home and order Wendy's delivery. But one thing is clear, it's a Baconate late kind of night. I mean, 6 strips of Applewood smoked bacon on a juicy double cheeseburger made fresh for you? How could you not? A Baconator is the perfect way to hit the spot before hitting up the next spot, even if the next spot is your bed. No judgment, it is late, but not too late to Baconate. That's what delivery's for. Gotta be Wendy's. Open till midnight or later. Delivery and hours may vary by location.
So you want to be my client. You think you deserve fair compensation for your injuries. Well, you got to call me. Can't just keep listening forever. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Join Jim Colbert on the Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994. GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, GRAND, G-R-A-N-D. Grand. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Miss part of the show? The Jim Colbert Show on demand. Available on the free iHeartRadio app.
Hey guys, happy day. Everyone's telling stories about all the nasty stuff they eat. My go-to snack is cheese, and what I like to have with my cheese is more cheese.
Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. So yes, the soda thing with peanuts is a thing in Africa. That's where I'm from, East Africa, Tanzania. But the other thing that we do also is use salt and chili powder for any of your fruits. First of all, you put them in the fridge, let them chill out, and then mix salt and chili powder and dip that thing in there. Thanks, bye.
Ooh, this
In Jim's defense, Barbara Mandrell does sing about peanuts in my Coke in her 81 hit, I Was Country Before Country Was Cool.
Oh, yeah, baby.
So, there is that.
Oh, yeah, baby. Get him, Barb.
A bagel with cream cheese and Doritos. Guys, I promise you, you will not look back.
You're right.
Mayonnaise, banana sandwich. Delicious.
Jesus, man.
No.
I quit putting peanuts in my Coke when they got away from glass bottles. For some reason, it just doesn't taste the same anymore.
I'll be damned.
Dang it.
I'll be damned. The only one you can get Mexican Coke still comes in glass bottles, right?
Yeah, but it's a lot sweeter.
Is it really?
Yeah.
It's real sugar.
Yeah, real cane sugar. Yeah.
Real cane sugar.
I think a lot of this just came from being poor.
Yeah.
That's
A
why
lot of times, yeah.
I think a lot of this, I was just thinking about that, because a lot of this stuff, just like, you just kind of learn these things because you're like, you just grew up, you went to the fridge, and you're like, there's no going to the store. That's done.
Right.
And you're like, okay, well, let's just see how this tastes together. I think that's what happens.
Well, I would question that to the person who texted us that they enjoy pickle juice and Oreos.
Oh, man. The Oreos has been a common denominator in this today. We've heard Oreos and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, we have.
By the way, your 5 o'clock keyword is GRAND, G-R-A-N-D. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000, guys. GRAND is your 5 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win for sure.
Get that grand. Get
That's
that
right.
grand.
I am Jim, Deb, and Jack are here as well. You're from the Midwest. Have you heard of this one? Covering this with chili. And I'll just say it's a pastry.
A Danish?
No.
Kringle?
And I remember when I was in school, when chili was served as lunch, it always came with one of these, and I did find it remarkably complimentary.
Cornbread.
No.
Croissant.
A cinnamon bun.
Oh.
And oddly enough, when you take a bite of chili and you take a little bite of cinnamon bun, the cinnamon and spices from the bun and the sweetness really do kind of complement the savory heat of the chili, and it's a damn good bite of food.
Well, it's just
I
like...
don't think I dip it in there like a Dorito or anything, but it's damn good.
Another one that people have been mentioning is like putting peanut butter like on a hamburger, but I mean, that's like groundnut stew. One of my favorite stews to make is a peanut butter sauce. It's the base of the stew with the meat.
And
you spice that up?
Asian cultures have been cooking with peanuts and beef and pork for years, so that's really not that uncommon. Thai food, I think, has a lot of peanuts in there and some cashews and stuff. But the peanuts itself really make food amazing because a little bit of it's so tiny, but it has a lot of flavor and crunch. Now, Jack, you're from the area up there. Are you familiar with anything from Rochester, New York? I don't know where that is. I don't know in relation to you where that would be.
That's upstate New York, and that's like close to Buffalo.
That's close to Buffalo.
So the weirdos live up there?
Yeah, that's where the freaks are.
So in Buffalo, they have a thing called a garbage plate.
Oh, that's got to be a little something of everything.
It's called the Rochester garbage plate, and it comes with. The original version is a crazy combination of the diner's choice of cheeseburger, hamburger, white or red hots, which is hot dogs,
that's right,
like
the little
smokies, right? Italian sausage, chicken or grilled cheese, and a combo of baked beans, macaroni salad, French fries or home fries, topped with hot sauce.
Is that for an entire family?
I was going to say, that sounds like breakup food.
And when you look at it, it looks like somebody ate a meal without taking bites and then threw it up. That's what it looks like. Look at it. Look at how crazy, how terrible that looks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's kind of,
you Wisconsin people eat anything. I can't show you stuff like this.
Have you ever spent 10 months inside? Then shut up.
In Vermont, they eat sugar on snow.
Well, I mean, that's
Oh,
that's
that's
a
what we
silver
used.
lining.
We used to a butter toast and then sprinkle cinnamon on it. And
Oh,
if we didn't have
yes.
cinnamon, we'd sprinkle sugar on it.
Yeah. So drizzled with boiled maple syrup, which transforms into a taffy-like candy.
Oh, that sounds
And
delicious.
then sometimes in a popsicle form, and they eat it off of a fork. That actually sounds pretty darn
It
good.
does.
I'd take some sugar on snow right now, player. In Tennessee, oh, Jesus.
What do they do in Tennessee?
All right.
That's
Okay.
taking your breath.
Okay. God. So they take 2 biscuits and they put it in a bowl, and then they top it with this.
Uh-oh.
And let's just say it is something you would never, ever hear going on a biscuit. Sweet.
Honey.
No.
No,
That's dead.
doesn't sound bad.
That's
That's
good.
biscuit life right there. Honey butter and on a biscuit is biscuit
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
Something you'd never think going on a biscuit.
Chocolate gravy. Gravy,
But
Why?
but with chocolate. And it looks exactly like you think.
Like somebody threw it up?
Like you stumbled onto a bum's campground and you walked into the place where they went, or they did the visit.
Where they did their biz.
Look at it. I'm serious. Look at it. How,
Oh, yeah, no, that's not right.
yeah.
That's not right. That's all kinds of wrong.
And by the way, like, any of these things you hear,
Okay, here's something that apparently is from the South, but I've never heard of this before. Kool-Aid pickles or Cool Lickles.
okay, so I've heard of that.
Pickles and Kool-Aid.
That's right. You take a pickle and you put it in Kool-Aid, and it takes on the flavor of the Kool-Aid. I heard about that years ago. Now, I've never seen it done. I've seen a picture of it. I actually think we talked about that on Primetime once.
Really?
Yeah. Pickles and Kool-Aid.
We'll have to do some Cool Lickles then.
And I can't remember which flavor. There was a flavor that was predominantly chosen. Like most people thought that was the best one. I want to say it was cherry,
I was going to say cherry or
but
strawberry.
I'm not 100 on that.
Cinnamon rolls and chili just made this list. Okay,
man.
keep going.
Yeah, but Louisiana has potato salad on gumbo. That sounds like, can I tell you, there's not much you can't put on gumbo that I won't eat.
I would eat that.
God,
that garbage plate looks good.
Caramel and Old Bay?
What?
In Maryland, they take Old Bay seasoning and they put it in caramel, and then they dip crab legs in it? What is going on? What is wrong with people?
That sounds like eating Cheetos and milk.
And when you look at the picture, you're like, that looks it looks delicious until you realize that caramel is loaded up with Old Bay crab boils. Cheddar cheese on apple pie made this list, Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheddar
It's
cheese
a
on
thing.
apple pie, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. How about in New Mexico, it's Hatch green chili on ice cream. And it actually, they make like a, what are the things you get from Dairy Queen? Those
Peanut butter parfait?
No, the one that they mix it together. It's like a
cement mixer?
Yeah, kind of like Culver's.
A blizzard?
Exactly.
Yeah, flurry?
Imagine a blizzard with vanilla ice cream and then green chili. You know what green chili is, Jack?
Yes.
So it's
I went to New Mexico. I know.
Right, the
red or
Hatch-
green, red or green.
Right, the Hatch chili sauce made into green chili sauce, and it's spicy, but it's delicious. God, Hatch chilies are the greatest.
Yeah, but not on ice
It doesn't.
cream.
But you know what? Sweets and savory do
Yeah.
really do. Because if you've ever had jalapeno, have you ever had candied jalapeno peppers?
Yes.
Where you cut them, they cut them in discs, and then they candy them. They're delicious.
They are with that little bit of a bite.
A little bit of crunch, a little bit of bite. They're great on salads. Like that's the
Oh, that
thing
would
is you
be
put
good.
you put those pickled or those candied jalapeno peppers on salads are absolutely delicious.
And somebody else said that that they would indeed. This is going by so fast. Drizzle maple syrup on snow, and then it would turn into almost a hard maple candy.
That's exactly what they were saying there. So
Wow.
there's a way that you can do it if you boil it first. I guess it maybe changes the makeup of it or whatever. And then when you put it on the snow, it turns into like a taffy almost
instead
like
of
a caramel.
Yeah, wow.
All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031.
Peanut butter on eggs.
Oh, what?
Peanut butter on eggs.
Let me tell you something. When my wife and I first got together, she did something and it was, oh, man.
Ketchup on eggs?
No.
No, doesn't she drink something weird in her cereal?
She does, but I can't remember what it is. But this
I
one,
see.
This one was bad because we went to a restaurant together to get breakfast, I remember, and she got eggs over easy and then reached for the mustard. And she put mustard on over easy eggs. And let me tell you, when you cut that up, it looks like you pureed a canary. It was not attractive. It was soupy. Oh God, I can't even And then on the grits, God almighty.
No, what does she do to her grits?
Yep, that's it. She just spooned that on the grits.
Oh.
And it's that old mushy, yellowy. God, it was terrible.
Somebody else just said bologna and whipped cream sandwiches. Yummy.
You notice there's a pattern for me, right? It's just salt and savory. It's all it is. Or it's salt and sweet.
Yeah.
That's a lot of this is just salt and sweet.
Peanut butter on a corn on cob.
I haven't heard that one either. Peanut butter's good on almost damn anything. And peanut butter. My voice is barely there. Peanut butter on a hamburger is delicious. That is one of the most underrated combos. That is a delicious hamburger. And it doesn't take much either.
Syrup on eggs and mac and cheese.
Not heard of either one of those. Not even a little bit. My grandmother used to eat the most disgusting one of all, and we'll end it with this. My grandmother, and I think we've talked about this before, and we've had people that said, yeah, my relatives do it as well. My grandmother would take day-old cornbread, put it into a bowl, and then pour buttermilk over it, and then eat that like cereal.
That stuff smells like feet.
God rest her soul, but Nanny, come on.
My sisters used to eat cannibal burgers.
Like raw?
Like a quarter pound patty of raw chuck.
Oh, God.
With like a half-inch slice of red onion on 2 pieces of Wonder Bread and Miracle Whip. Those two women there would slam that stuff down.
Isn't that bad for you? Like raw?
No, it's not. It's fine.
Ground beef? What?
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, it's
really?
Yeah, dude. Carpaccio is and what's the other one where they chop it up? And you and you eat it. What's it called when they chop it up with an egg and some and capers and stuff? What's that called? I can't remember right now. No, it's a carpaccio is where it's cut thin. And then spread out, basically raw. The other one is I can't remember the name of it, but it's basically it's egg with capers, parsley, mixed with raw beef, raw filet.
Yeah, there you go. Well,
Damn. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Florida's gambling addiction hotline has an issue. I'll tell you what it is next.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
Jeff says, Sean, you need to stop. You have no idea what you're talking about. Are you a child therapist? No, I don't think so. Jeff, shut up. What I'm talking about.
The News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
An object in the roadway is blocking northbound and southbound lanes on State Road 19 at Portofino Bay. Traffic is slowing down on all the major roadways this afternoon, so travel with caution. There's an accident on the beach line eastbound near State Road 520. Move over and slow down if you see police activity on the roadways. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Florida Prepaid College Savings Plan. Did you know that by 2031, 72% of all jobs will require higher education? Now's the time to invest in your child's future. And the smartest way to save for college is with a Florida Prepaid Plan. Open enrollment is now, and plans start at $29 a month. Start today.
Hey guys, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at the Nickley Group. Not a big secret that the real estate market is changing and booming in Orlando now more than ever, and your home is your most valuable asset. That's why you need a real estate company that's always one step ahead of the market. Whether you're buying or selling, that is the Nickley Group. 4,000 5-star reviews, and there's a reason why. They sell homes on average for 6% more, and they sell them twice as fast as well. Matter of fact, clients save about $24,000 when they use the Nickley Group to purchase their home. And their VIP program gets your home in front of so many qualified buyers, not just here in Florida, but nationwide as well. And don't sleep on their website, man. At thenickley.com, you could get a guaranteed cash offer for your home. No showings, no open houses. You could close that deal in just 14 days. Get your home valued instantly using current market data. That way you get a really accurate number and you know what you can do with that equity. List your house on the market, all of that right there on their website. And while you're there, download that free buyer's guide. It is absolutely packed up with useful information about the home buying and selling process. It's thenickley.com. That's NICKLEY group.com.
Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickley.com.
Here's a top move for hiring a divorce attorney. See how they look and handle themselves on video or audio. Chances are that's them at their best, with editing, setup, and multiple takes. The courtroom is live. Mediation is live. Make sure your divorce lawyer is going to make you look good. At Trenley Kramer Law, we handle family law and divorce, TK Law, OneFirmForLife.com.
Orlando's signature event is back. The Arnold Palmer Invitational presented by MasterCard returns to Bay Hill March 3rd through 9th. Watch your favorite PGA Tour pros define their legacy at a tournament as iconic as its namesake. Score a high five at the fan deck. Relive the vibes at Throwback Thursday with Corksicle. And savor every swing at Wine and Dine on 9 presented by Carmel Road Winery. Plus experience the all-new lake house for unbeatable views of the action. Where will you be when a new champion is crowned? Secure your spot at ArnoldPalmerInvitational.com.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Are they promising you up to 10% growth per year guaranteed for your retirement income? If not, you need a new financial advisor. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hard-working folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 up front or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't work when you're supposed to be retired. And if any financial advisor tells you it's too good to be true, they simply don't have the options we do. Call Trajan today at 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company.
Navy Federal Credit Union can help you dominate debt with a 0% intro APR on credit card balance transfers for 12 months. And right now, you could get $250 when you spend $2,500 using a Cash Rewards or Cash Rewards Plus card. Visit NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. After the intro rate expires, variable APRs are 15.15% to 18% based on credit worthiness. Rates are subject to change. ATM fees for cash advances are up to $1 at non-Navy Federal ATMs.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
I'm Greg Rosenthal, host of NFL Daily. Join me live from Radio Row in New Orleans. I'll be interviewing the NFL's biggest names all week long. NFL Daily will have you ready for this year's big moment. Will it be Mahomes completing the three-peat or Jalen Hurts avenging their Super Bowl 57 loss? We'll be there on the field after the game. Full recap, interviews with this year's Super Bowl champions. Don't miss it.
Listen to NFL Daily on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow NFL Daily and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Yeah.
Still to come, the common sense financial advice you need. It's Only Money with Scott Brown, today at 6:20 on The Jim Colbert Show.
What to do, Colbert crew? You know who?
Let's hear it. There you go.
Your favorite tea back in Rockledge. Today we raise a beer to create a vacuum cleaner day. Awaken the lab nerd in you. I don't think it should be a national holiday. It sounds stupid.
It does.
Anyways, have a good day, y'all.
Thanks,
Sorry
buddy.
it was late. I had doctor's appointments.
It's okay. Liver.
What a guy sport from Duval.
Duval.
The God's honest truth. My grandmother up in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, used to make fried Spam, mayonnaise, and peanut butter on the same damn sandwich.
Ooh, peanut butter.
It was disgusting. My dad, if we were bad, my dad used to tell us we'd have to eat it if we were bad. That's how nasty it looked.
It was punishment. My grandfather used to eat tuna pizza. He would get frozen pizzas and then put tuna on it.
Oh.
And nothing makes the house smell better.
I was going to say, that's... How about this?
That is quite a plug-in.
Spam and canned cheese whiz blended together on white bread with mayo.
I mean, fried bologna sandwiches is damn good, though.
Oh, yeah,
It's
no.
basically the same thing. All right, welcome back. Don't forget your 5 o'clock keyword is grand, G-R-A-N-D. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Grand is your 5 o'clock keyword. Good luck. Somebody texted in the best thing yet, said, finally a food segment that doesn't make me hungry. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb, and
Hello.
Jack is here as well. Well, it's kind of interesting. Government is always wild. We'll talk about it when we can before it gets, because when you dive into some of this stuff, it gets a little out of control. People get really triggered when you talk about politics, especially now. But this is an interesting thing that really affects us. National politics, Scott Maxwell, our buddy, when we talk about what we're going to talk about, whether it be tomorrow or next Wednesday or whatever, he almost always tries to focus on Florida politics or local politics because that's the stuff that really does affect you and your family more than national politics. And unfortunately, especially with a guy like Trump in his office in town, his cabinet and power, you're going to get a lot of those talking points every single day, right? You're just going to get a lot of it because he's very unconventional and does stuff, out of the norm. So, the news, it hits every day.
Jimmy, it's just common sense.
Yeah, common sense. That's the new one. I love it.
It's just common sense.
But the one that's happening here in Florida can affect you and your family. And I know this for a fact because Florida now, I guess this is out of Orlando, gambling in sports has become a norm now. It is a big, big, big deal. Like, I think I am one of the only adults in my group of people that doesn't have the Hard Rock betting app on my phone.
Yeah.
Like almost all my buddies have that thing on their phone. And I think that most of them just dabble in it. Most of them are like Jack. They'll put $30 or $40, maybe $20 in there or whatever.
Or $5.
Or once a month, they'll put a few bucks in there just to have some fun on a game they like or a sporting event they like, and it kind of gives them a little bit more involvement. But you would be the rare one, apparently, because it is ridiculous what's happening with gambling in Florida now that they've okayed this betting app. I mean, it is one of those things where, you're like, hey, F around and find out. That could be a month from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, 5 years from now. You could create that time parameter whenever you want. With this thing, it's been like F around and find out, like a week and a half later, we're finding out. What do you think the call volume to the Florida gambling hotline has been like over the last year?
I'll say, how many percent?
Well, no, okay, it's hard to explain. God, how can I do it? It doesn't really give a number like that. How do we do this? It's the highest amount of calls they've ever received in 37 years.
Oh, my God.
Of having the gambling addiction hotline. And I would think that 37 years would be coinciding with the beginning of the lottery. Maybe. Okay. Well, the lottery was in 89 right. or 90, something 89. Like that? 89. Yeah. So it's a little bit longer than that. But the Florida Gambling Hotline has been around for 37 years. So that puts it right there, right? Mm-hmm. Late 80s, early 90s.
And this is the most call volume that they've ever had.
In 37 years of this being available, since Florida started the Florida Lottery, right now is the most call volume the Florida Gambling Hotline has ever had in its history. And it just got, and the state funding just got chopped. Since the Hard Rock Bet app went live more than a year ago, calls from problem gamblers have skyrocketed. In 2024, the first calendar year the app has been available for Floridians, how many people have reached out for help? I'll give you this. It's double what it was in 2023.
70,000.
100,000.
63,000 people.
Oh, nice, Deb.
Thanks.
63. A small town or a medium-sized town of people.
What's the time frame?
1 year.
Oh.
From 2023 to 2024, the first year, the call volume has doubled with people who are out of control with their gambling. Florida's only problem gambling hotline, the Florida Council on Compulsive Gambling, currently has a staff that's trying to keep their heads above water. How many employees are responsible for answering more than 170 calls, texts, or live chats every day?
3.
7. And by the way, it never closes.
Is this 1-888 admit it? Or
it doesn't.
That might be a national one.
Yeah, I think that's more of a national one. This is done. This is something different. It says we don't have the staff for this. We operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We need 30 people on this staff to be able to keep up with the relatively to the calls they get.
This is a legislative failure.
It is a failure
in this state because what you do is you gave a Hard Rock, the Seminole tribe, the keys to the kingdom when it comes to exclusivity on gambling in this state. You force them to pay to maintain the gambling addiction hotline.
And that's what they're supposed to be doing. Matter of fact, that's exactly what was happening.
Then where's that money?
It's gone. Despite the Hard Rock betting app generating millions of dollars in tax revenue, for the last 20 years, the Florida Gaming Control Commission has provided state funding to the council, but those dollars stopped in July 2024 over a housekeeping issue. According to the contract, which voters initiated in 2004 referendum, $2 million in annual revenue generated by the 8 facilities that operate slots in Broward and Dade went toward that problem and compulsive gambling programming. They've had a huge success in contacts online and expansion of gambling in the state of Florida. There has not been an equitable amount of resources allocated for the addiction issue that comes along with it. Currently, we're funded solely by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Without the Seminoles, there would be no resource people with a gambling problem in Florida. And I don't care what it is. Theoretically, you're right. Maybe the state should be there. But the tribe has to have some in this game, right? They're the ones making all the money. The tribe should be paying for this. The tribe should, matter of fact, the tribe should take pride in this. $2 million is a good Saturday night for that thing. I mean, I don't know if you've not been to the Hard Rock in Tampa or the one in Miami for that record, it is a massive, almost perpetually crowded floor of gambling daily, hourly. It's always full. 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's always people in there gambling. There's no way that they can't afford to do that. No way. While we've had this huge increase in contacts outlining the expansion of gambling in the state of Florida, like I said, there hasn't been an equitable resources allocated. Currently, we're funded solely by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. So without the Seminoles, there would be zero resources for people with gambling problems in the state. Now, I gotta is this a party issue? Would either one of the parties have a problem with funding that?
This is Florida. It's the Republican Party.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I mean, either how it votes or not votes. I mean, is this something that politically would not? I would think politically you would want to do this. $2 million in the what do we have? $150 billion budget or something in the state, or $22 billion,
and a budget surplus.
Yeah, and a surplus.
So how they don't fund this, I don't know. How you don't make this specifically on the tab of Seminole, I don't know.
At the end of the latest term of this contract with the commission, the council declined the commission's offer to renew the contract. The funding stopped because they couldn't keep up with the records demands from the commission. It would take the staff more than 100 hours every month to prepare monthly reports of information needed for the funding to continue. Pictures provided to News 6 showed binders as tall as some of the employees required by the commission.
So basically, they're hamstringing them. And then
by asking for information they can't provide?
They can't provide, and then they cease the funding by saying, well, you're not upholding your end of the bargain, but they're not staffing it adequately. So it sounds like it was meant to fail from the very beginning.
It says we're doing the best we can, and we're really thankful that we have the support of Seminole Tribe, and that's where we're still able to be here and answer the phones. Or maybe I have this mixed up. The commission told Channel 6 immediately after the contract wasn't renewed, it began seeking a new partner. The process is ongoing. Ben, but I mean, it says the legislation came in April 2021 when DeSantis and the Seminole Tribe signed a gambling compact. The deal allowed the tribe to begin offering sports betting across the state. After years of challenges, the Supreme Court in 23 rejected the challenge to the compact and tried to block online sports betting. 2 months, Hard Rock went live. That was that whole period of time when it was hot, then it wasn't hot, then it was hot again.
Yeah, because there was real questions as to, the gambling is not taking place on reservation land. The servers are on reservation land.
Right, yeah.
And that's always been one of the rules that was in place for gambling throughout the country, is that these casinos generally need to be on reservation land.
And then they didn't allow any other people to come in and set up shop and do that. There was a zero competitive, it was a zero compete contract.
Why can't we bet on the MGM app if the servers are in Las Vegas?
It doesn't matter, right? It should be able the same thing.
Under that argument.
It says basically the compact gave the Seminole Tribe a monopoly on legal gambling in Florida. He was a professor of international business at Rollins College. In return, the state of Florida was pretty much guaranteed up to 2030 about $4.4 billion, and that's a low estimate. The tax returns are going to be quite extensive, it says, from the gambling there. It's difficult to quantify just how many Floridians have signed up for the Hard Rock Bet app, as well as how much money has been shelled out on sports wagers. In 2024, Americans waged how much money on sports? This is not in Florida. This is nationwide.
$1 billion.
And I'll give you another shot here.
Oh.
In 2024, Americans wagered how much money on sports betting?
$100 billion.
$124 billion.
$142 billion.
Ooh.
Wow.
A $5 billion jump from 2017. That's a lot of money, guys. Says there's been an entire proliferation of gambling.
Did DeSantis get worked? Did the Florida legislature get worked over in this deal where we can't afford to do the paperwork to get the money from the...
That's exactly what it sounds like. It sounds like
so bizarre.
If you look at the binders, you know the really thick real estate or binders you get when you buy a house check that's got all the stuff in there, like 3 or 4 inches thick? There's like 10 of them.
Yeah.
And that's just one stack that they require every month. They say 100 hours or whatever it is. But I mean, look, man, if you have to power that. I mean, you can't, again, you can't have lottery gambling, scratch-off gambling. And by the way, scratch-off just as addictive for a lot of people. I mean, scratch-off can be very addictive and equally as costly.
Oh, yeah.
Because the big money is in the bigger ticket scratch-off numbers. So nobody's buying the $2 or $5 ones. Everybody's buying the $20 or $50 ones at a handful apiece. So going into a 7-Eleven or a store spending $300, $500, $700 on scratch-off tickets. Right? That's no different than losing it in a slot machine.
Except that the app makes it a lot easier for teenagers, especially, Jimmy, you've talked about this before. Every time we bring up the Hard Rock Gambling app, you talk about teachers in classrooms asking how many of the young men in that classroom have that app downloaded on their phone.
Right.
And just about 99% of the students raise their hands.
Yeah.
Kids gambling in class. So not only do you have your problem adult gamblers, but you're raising a whole new generation of gamblers that before they're even financially solvent and have anything to claim as their own, they're already pissing it away gambling.
Texting service always checking in and saying that I'm already bashing Republicans. Like I'll tell you, like Jack said last week, Republicans rule politics in Florida. So if you have a problem with politics in Florida or an issue in Florida, chances are there's going to be somebody there that does this. And I'm not even saying it's a bashing issue. I don't know the bottom of it. I don't know. I mean, DeSantis is the one that made the deal with the tribe to bring gambling here. So, I mean, you could thank him for that. All we're saying is there's no funding for the addiction hotline, and there should be. I don't care whose fault it is. If it's the tribe's fault, if it's DeSantis' fault or the legislature's fault, that's who it is. I'm not throwing stones at anybody. I'm just saying it needs to be funded, and there's plenty of money to do it. DeSantis has said over and over, we have a surplus of money. The tribe makes plenty of money. Billions of dollars. Hundreds of millions of dollars. $2 or $3 million out of that to provide the gambling hotline. And can I tell you something? I tell you what's so weird about it, right? It's weird because it's a good look for a small amount of money comparatively, right? Like if you could go out there as the tribe and as Ron DeSantis and the Florida legislature, both houses, whatever, and say, hey, look, we brought this app here. We understand people sometimes have problems. They have problems with alcohol. They have problems with drugs. They have problems with a lot of addictions, right? This is another one of those. But we have supplied state funding along with the tribe, who are matching as 50-50, to open up this hotline with plenty of people to take the volume of calls, because now that we've allowed that app to be in Florida, the call amount has doubled. You can't expect a staff of 7 to monitor or take care of that when you've done nothing but double the amount of calls that come in. Like, it's just an infrastructure issue. You can't build a neighborhood and then have 2-lane highways. It doesn't work that way. You can't build a city on that. You have to expand. It has to work like that. It's the same exact thing.
Well, it'd be nice if the messaging kind of stayed the same, right? Because Governor DeSantis was against the marijuana amendment that would have legalized recreational marijuana. He's also been against expanding gambling in the state, calling them vices.
Yeah.
So if they're vices, let's do everything we can to help the people who are falling into that trap.
Yeah, I mean, look, here's the thing. Like, no, everybody kind of wanted it, right? It'd be like if you made cocaine legal in Florida and then shut down all the rehab centers,
right,
or underfunded the rehab centers, it would kind of be like that. I mean, and to be honest with you, for gambling, it's as addictive as cocaine or something like that to some people. It's just, whatever your vibe is what you're going to be able to, not control yourself on. And gambling is just as destructive as a drug problem.
Yep.
Just as destructive. And please don't ever let anybody tell you that's not the case. Gambling addiction is as destructive to families and people as drug addictions is, without question. You get stolen from the same. You get abused the same. You get lied to the same. The effects are the same. Maybe not on your body as much, but for sure, culturally and you and your family, it's the exact same. Alcohol, drugs, doesn't matter. It's the same thing. It says not a crisis yet, but it's going to be. No visual appearance that someone is a compulsive or addicted gambler. You know what I'm saying? You can't walk down the street and go, that guy's got a gambling problem. But with a Coke or alcohol problem, you can point those people out sometimes. You know, they have markers that lead you to believe where they are. And I don't know, and they're just basically saying it's about prevention. We just want people to have an opportunity to reach out and get help if they get into this thing too deep. And it's easy to do that. You know, you get into this gambling app, you lose $1,000. What's the first thing you say? Well, all I need to do is hit this $500. You hit this game one time, and I'm right back to even. And the next thing you know, you're down $2K, then $5K, then $20K.
Whatever the helpline costs, it should be funded directly by the people creating the product. Through the state, so it can be managed by the state. But that money should come from that. And also, I believe the same thing about plastic. We talk about the problems we have with plastic, and it's too expensive to recycle. I think the people who produce the product
right.
should be on the tab to pay for the recycling of that product.
Or provide the service to do so, right?
If you're gonna unleash this problem into our world for your benefit, for the financial win that it is, and there is a use for it and demand. However, if you are creating this issue, you have to help solve it on the back end.
I wouldn't have a problem with that whatsoever. And here's the thing: is you could get with the plastic producers. Like, didn't the soda companies tried to do that at one point? Wasn't there a?
They've been running a scam on us. I don't know. Ever since we watched that documentary.
But I thought I remembered that the makers like PepsiCo and Coca-Cola and one other company had decided that they were going to get together and have a pact, and they were equally going to try to solve that problem of the plastic bottles. But of course, I haven't heard anything about that.
I remember seeing one commercial with like all the brands in it, and they're recycling, and everything looked all clean and neat. But we know that these plastics are just piling up. Yeah. They're not being, recycled.
All right, 407-916-1041. Your 5 o'clock keyword is GRAND, G-R-A-N-D. Go to realradio.fm and send that off for your chance at $1,000. Back with trivia next. Load them up. It's time.
We have a prize. You have a phone. Get on board at 407-916-1041. Jim Colbert Show Trivia is brought to you by Cento Family Moving and Storage. That's CENTO moving.com.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
By adding Luka Doncic, the Lakers again get their guy. From Kareem to Wilt, Kobe to Powell to AD to now Luka. This didn't even count the free agents like Shaq and LeBron. No franchise continually goes from superstar to superstar like the Lakers, not even the Yankees. And Luka, for the next decade, is the next in line. I'm Colin Cowherd.
At Mercedes-Benz, there's a reason they go the extra mile. From testing their vehicles in desert heat and Arctic cold to creating AI that can anticipate your needs and preferences on the road, they demand that every car is worthy of their star because it's Mercedes-Benz.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we're treating the untreatable. Using a patient's unique genetic makeup, our researchers are developing personalized cancer vaccines that help stimulate the immune system to better fight the disease and prevent it from recurring. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
Guys, here in Central Florida, it is vital that your AC works perfectly for you every time, where you know you want a company that can come through for you, and we have that, Mills Air. If you're out there and you work with Mills Air, you know these guys. Been in business since 92. That's 30-plus years of experience in keeping you out there nice and cool, and their techs are awesome people. They know these systems inside and out. As a matter of fact, you don't even have to know what kind of AC you have. Trust me, Mills can take care of you. And where they can also take care of you is if you need a brand new unit, because they're Carrier Factory authorized dealers. That could get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and certainly turn to Mills Air. They're family owned and operated and ready to take care of you right now. It's 407-277-1159. Online, millsair.com.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance company, and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Focus on getting better and let us take care of everything else. Our experienced team will get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
In Office, Orlando.
You know, when it comes to the environment, maybe recycling plastic is beyond what we can control once it leaves our house, but there is something you can do that is a big step towards being a better steward to the planet. Talked about solar energy and the benefit on going solar, you're saving money immediately. I have done this. I went solar electric. Also, my solar water heater, I had that for, I think about 18 years now. I was trying to do the math the other day on when I got it. Man, I have saved so much money because of using the sun to power my home as well as heat my water. We're living in the Sunshine State. Put it to work for you and save money. And when you do, go with Solar Source. Solar Source is the best. They've been doing this in Central Florida since 1984. Over 60,000 installations. They work with NASA. They work with Legoland. Man, you can save thousands on your power bill. And if you want a battery backup, they have that as well. And they even offer a pay-as-you-go solar package starting at just $99 a month. Go to solarsource.com to get started. That's solarsource.com. That's who I use. And tell them Jack from Real Radio sent you.
You've heard of a pro tip. Here's a mo tip. After an accident, the insurance company may make you a quick offer to go away. They may also be offering you pennies on the dollar. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
Taxes was not knowing your full financial picture. Now Taxes is getting and maximizing your refund all in one place. Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get you the most money back, guaranteed. Then you can do more with all that money, all in Credit Karma. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Get started today. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
Ever have one of those days where your gut just feels blah?
Ugh, yes.
Occasional bloating or gas could be signs that your gut is out of balance, but Align Probiotic can help. Align 24/7 Digestive Support is a daily use probiotic with a unique strain to help relieve occasional digestive issues. It's the #1 doctor-recommended brand. So when you feel the signs, it's time to try Align. Align Probiotic. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Your neighborhood Tools Ace Hardware has everything you need to get ready for spring. Now through February 28th, get the best prices on Made for Florida Sunnyland fertilizers, Miracle Grow soils, Roundup weed and grass killers, yard tools, and more. Plus, colored mulch is only $2.25 a bag all month long. And don't forget to bring in your Steel outdoor power equipment into one of Tools Ace's 11 service centers for a spring tune-up. Tools Ace has 13 convenient locations in Central Florida, or you can shop online at acehardware.com for free in-store pickup or delivery. Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
This is Jenny Garth from I Do Part 2. Everyone's talking about GLP-1s like Ozempic, semaglutide. With Future Health, you can find out if they're right for you, too. Just go to tryfh.com, that's tryfh.com, and find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes. Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Mills Air and Business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch. Yeah, we like it when you watch. At The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Mike Buzzer Larson here. Jimmy, what do you call a Spanish man being discharged from a hospital?
No idea, Mike. What?
Manuel.
Oh, man.
Quackshaw! That's worth a buzzer! Quackshaw!
Not bad, buddy. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Thanks for tuning in today. We appreciate that very much, as we do every single day. Apologize for my voice. Do not know what's going on. We'll figure it out.
You should.
I know. It's terrible.
Yeah, really.
Been waiting 25 years for that apology. Oh, by the way, today is the 27th anniversary since my first day as an intern.
Is it really?
27 years ago today, I sat in this very spot for the first time.
How crazy is that?
At this very spot.
27 years, huh?
Yeah,
That's a lot of time.
in between Otto and Brian.
Right. A couple lives have been made and made it to adulthood in that period of time.
Yeah, how about that?
How crazy
Yeah.
is that? Welcome,
years.
welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
27th anniversary of Jackson's employment here.
Well, I started as an intern.
Yeah,
The
I mean,
employment-
still.
I had to do 2 internships.
All right, Jack, let's find out what's in the old Jackie sack, buddy.
Hey, all aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo choo.
Clickety clack, clickety clack.
This is a pretty cool prize that we have, and I'm going to
Clickety
tell you all about it.
clack. Clickety clack. Sorry to interrupt. Duval. Clickety clack. There it is. Much better.
All right. In the Jackie Sack, we have a 4-pack and 4 pit passes to Monster Jam at Camping World Stadium. It's happening March 1st. You get to see the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in wide open competitions of speed and skill. And watching monster trucks do backflips in the air is just mind-blowing.
Just bananas.
Yeah, it's something you need to check out, and you might if you're a winner today of JCS Trivia. It's a 4-pack for you. The Jackie Sack is brought to you by
Cento Family Moving and Storage. Everybody knows moving sucks, so put their fully trained expert moving crews to the test. But be aware, they're adept in packing your things, handling your furniture, safe driving, customer service, and so much more. Speaking of more, if you mention the Jim Colbert Show, he's going to get you a discount. Book them today at CentoMoving.com. That's CENTO. Moving.com. Clickety clack. Back to you.
Thank you, Deborah.
Sure.
1, 3, 4, or 5?
3.
3 right there on line 3 is Chris. Chris, how you doing?
I love that name.
Good. How you doing?
Doing good, bud. Would you like to play a little game with us?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it then.
Game show.
All right, Chris, this is a pretty easy game, buddy. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers isn't true, boss. And if you can sniff that one out, I'll send you over to the Jackie Sack, and a 4-pack of tickets to Monster Jam along with pit passes awaits. Are you ready?
Yes.
You a big music fan, buddy?
Somewhat.
Very nice. All right, here we go. On this day in 1977, Fleetwood Mac releases its masterpiece album, Rumors,
yeah.
on this day, which becomes the what selling album in U.S. history?
7th.
God, so close.
8th?
6th.
I went the wrong way.
The 6th best-selling album in American history. Here are 3 fun facts about Fleetwood Mac and 1 rumored lie.
Oh.
Here we go, buddy. Fleetwood Mac. Which one of these is not true? Number 1, Stevie Nicks dropped out of school at just 15 years old to pursue a career in music. Number 2, Dreams is Fleetwood Mac's only number 1 song in the U.S. Number 3, Rumors was Fleetwood Mac's 11th studio album. Or lastly, all members of Fleetwood Mac have never appeared together on an album cover. Which of those is a lie?
Number 2.
No, that's absolutely true. Dreams is Fleetwood Mac's only number 1 hit in America.
So hard to believe.
It is hard to believe. For sure it's hard to believe. Who's next? 1, 4, or 5?
4.
4 right there is Kim. Kim, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing great, Kim. On this day, Fleetwood Mac released Rumors. Here are 3 fun facts about Fleetwood Mac. Try to find the fake one here. Number 1, Stevie Nicks dropped out of school at just 15 years old to pursue a career in music. Number 2, Rumors was Fleetwood Mac's 11th studio album. Or lastly, all members of Fleetwood Mac have never appeared together on an album cover.
The last one.
No, that's true. All members,
Really?
they've never been on an album cover together ever. Only bits and pieces. And of course, the Rumors album
That's
was
Mick and Nick.
famously Mick and Stevie Nicks. Yeah. There's an interesting thing about that photograph, by the way. I'll tell you in a minute.
All right.
Are 1 or 5?
1.
1 is James. James, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good, buddy. We're talking about Fleetwood Mac here, and you have a 50-50 shot at going to Monster Jam with 4 tickets and 4 pit passes. Which one of these is untrue in regards to Fleetwood Mac? Stevie Nicks dropped out of school at just 15 years old to pursue a career in music. Or lastly, Rumors was Fleetwood Mac's 11th studio album.
I'm going to go with number 1.
That's the one, buddy. You're a winner! Can you tell me which band member did drop out of school at 15 years old?
Mick Fleetwood?
That's the one, buddy. That's right.
Wow.
Yeah. He dropped out at 15. He hated school and really had trouble with English, like the class English, or grammar and all that stuff. He couldn't stand it. So he said, I'm not going to do this. And that band started in 1967. And when I read that Rumors was their 11th album, I knew they'd been around.
I had no idea.
I thought Rumors was like 4 or 5.
I thought that was the lie.
Yeah. A couple other things you may not know about Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac, before we get to the top of the hour. Don't forget we have Scott Brown coming in just a little bit for It's Only Money. If you look at the photograph, bring up the album cover for Rumors, guys.
I
Bring it
love
up real
that
quick.
because she's wearing her black point shoes.
Right, yeah. What's unique about that photograph? Take a second and stare at it. What is unique about that? There's something kind of out of place there that you can't figure out.
Not his hand, not her arm. Oh.
What's hanging right below his crotch?
No way. I just saw that.
Clicker
I've
clackers.
never seen that in all my life.
Do you know what that is?
They look like kabangers.
Yeah. Clicker clacker.
You know what it is? I've seen this album cover I remember seeing it for the first time when I was 11 years old. That is in that picture because Mick Fleetwood stole the Lou chain. That's a toilet puller. And he stole it from the bathroom they did their first gig in, and he wanted it or on that tour, and he wanted it represented. So he hung it below his sack. But that is a toilet pull chain.
How have I never?
I've seen that.
I've looked at this album cover my entire life. Are you sure it's always been there?
Always been there. I mean, I just told you to bring up a random picture of it. It's there, right?
It is. But how did I not see that?
How do you not see that hanging right below his sack?
Because they look like cherries.
It does. Yep, that's true. It says here, if you look at the photograph of Mick Fleetwood and Stevie Nicks on the cover of Rumors, you'll see a pair of wooden balls hanging below Mick. Those are lavatory chains he stole from the restroom at one of their first gigs. Mick Fleetwood was a doomed drummer in the movie Spinal Tap. Did you know that, Jack?
I did not.
Yeah, because in the movie Spinal Tap, if you remember watching it, all the drummers die, kind of like Kenny in South Park.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
right?
wow.
So Mick Fleetwood, and by the way, the band and the management hated the idea that he wanted to do it. They thought it was going to end his career because it was goofing on rock and roll. It was goofing on the pomp and circumstance and pretentiousness of being a rock star. So they thought it was going to kill him. So he was one of the drummers that died in the movie. And then lastly here.
Look how thin he is on that.
I know.
One of the founding members of Fleetwood Mac, Peter Green, left the band without saying anything to do what?
Sell weed.
He literally never said a word. He just didn't show up.
Yeah.
Not selling weed.
Become a yoga instructor.
Join the army. Maybe.
But between the two of you, you're pretty close. He joined a cult called the Children of God.
Oh, well, there you go.
He didn't want to be talked out of it.
All right, we'll take a little break. Back in a second with more of the Jim Colbert Show. Stay put.
Hi, I'm Linda from Winter Park, and I just won $1,000 listening to Real Radio 104.1.
Your next chance to win $1,000 is minutes away, courtesy of Mills Air on Real Radio 104.1.
Traffic is slowing down due to a disabled truck on I-4 westbound near State Road 429. There's an accident on Orange Blossom Trail northbound at Consulate Drive, blocking the left lane there. Emergency crews are working on that accident on the Beach Line eastbound near State Road 520. And travel with caution on the roadways tonight. They're busy out there. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by FreshFromFlorida.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting FreshFromFlorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. 2024 officially in the rear view. It's all done. Tough year. But we have a 2025 looking ahead. Are you healthy? Are you ready to go? Are you strong enough to handle the challenges that 2025 may offer? If not, get with my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Get that free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. But look, man, this is like a looking glass into your health. You can see what's happening before it happens. That's right. Don't be reactive. Be proactive. Find out in advance if there's any secret little problem lurking in your chest that can do that. And remember, you don't take your clothes off, no injection or dyes. The entire process only takes a few minutes, and it's so easy to make your appointment. Check it out. This is all you have to do. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. Then you make your appointment, and off you go to a better, healthier life. Guys, make that call today. Take control of your long-term health care right now. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Help! My cat needs saving! Oh no. Has he tried Navy Federal Credit Union? They have lots of great savings and investing options. What? No, he needs help. Well, with Navy Federal's financial advisors and online tools, he can get all the help he needs. Whew, got him. Good catch.
Sign up at NavyFederal.org. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Savings products insured by NCUA. Investment products are not insured, not obligations of Navy Federal, and may lose value.
Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2... Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenickley.com.
Are you prepared for the future? At TK Law Firm, they understand the importance of securing your legacy. Whether you're looking for a will or trust, they can help. Don't leave your legacy to chance. Visit onefirmforlife.com for your free consultation. Protect what matters most. TK Law Firm, your partner in estate planning excellence.
Tom's Watch Bar has Orlando's best happy hour. Enjoy $5 drink specials, select $7 apps, and $12 entrees weekdays from 3 to 6 and 9 to close. Experience the excitement of the game in 360 viewing. Tom's Watch Bar, Orlando's ultimate game day experience.
Ooh, should we get an app?
Appetizer? Nah, not for me. Trying to save some money, you know?
You know what you need? The Upside app. Gives you cash back on essentials like gas, groceries, and dining. You could earn up to $10 on every restaurant meal.
Upside? What's the catch?
No catch. Just download the free app, claim an offer, and get real cash back at places like Popeyes, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut.
Okay, now that's the app I'm getting.
Download the Upside app and get a 10% bonus on your first restaurant purchase. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
New Year's resolutions are in full swing. So here's one for you. Clear vision. Seriously, if you're dealing with contacts or glasses, laser vision correction at the Filatowski Eye Institute is a game changer. With over 65,000 procedures, they are the trusted choice for Central Florida. And they have 24-month interest-free financing, so you don't have to wait. You can start seeing clearly and stay on budget. Text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your free consultation today. Clear vision, clear future. It all starts with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Just text 1041 to 868686 now for your free LASIK consultation.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
Get ready for our 2025 iHeart Podcast Awards.
March 10th, we'll honor the very best in podcasting from the past year and celebrate the most innovative talent and creators in the industry. And you'll help decide who wins Podcast of the Year. Vote now at iHeartPodcastAwards.com.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks plus podcasts and originals, all in one easy app. Audible, there's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Now is your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Check. C-H-E-C-K. Check. That's check. Enter it now on our website at realradio.fm. Good luck.
The Jim Colbert Show.
Good after morning, Colbert, crew, and Jack. I can't believe I almost forgot.
happy 27th anniversary. I can't believe it's almost been 30 years. I'll be waiting for you upstairs in the bedroom when you get home.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Just follow the roses and we can shoot some of those gaps.
Well,
Big D out.
What the?
Shoot the gap.
Guess you've already got plans for tonight.
I gotta get that taste out of my mouth. Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's not going to hurt.
Peanut butter with bread and butter pickle chips on a sandwich. Perfect.
There you go.
You think that's going to help?
Well, Jack wanted to wait until dinner to play that last disgusting bit of food noise. Your 6 o'clock keyword is check, CHECK. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000, guys. Check is your 6 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win.
Yeah, we do.
And remember, if you're playing the game, you have to turn your phone on, you have to turn it up, and you have to answer it regardless of the number. If it says no caller ID, you got to pick that up. They're tricky like that. When you're giving $1,000 away, you can make the rules. And they're trying to fool you.
They can.
If I'm expecting a call, I have to put my ringer on. I will miss it. I will miss the call if I don't have the ringer
And
on.
I am the king of that. I'm the king of text me when you get a chance and then setting my phone face down and then having the person call me 15 times. And then when I turn it up, it says, hey, man, I'm trying to call you. And I'm like, oh, sorry. I turn my phone off and turn it upside down. And then what do? The same exact thing. Set it face down. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. Scott and the Wings. We'll talk to Scott Brown. It's only money. EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. We'll do that at 6:20 or so. Got a nice text from somebody who visited our buddy Code Black for some computer repair. Did you see that? That's a couple people in the last week that have he has saved their ass. One guy saved a bunch of money. You remember that one? He took his computer and something happened to it and it shut down when he was doing a thing. And the thing was going to cost him $3,000.
Yeah, and he was able to remote in and fixed it right there.
With him. Yeah, I've seen him do it. He's done that while we're gambling before. We were playing poker one time, and he's on his phone. I'm like, dude, it's your turn. What are you doing? He goes, I'm fixing a dude's computer in Wisconsin or in Wyoming.
Oh, wow.
It was an office from a company here in Orlando out there, and he was doing it on his cell phone.
That's why he is the way he is.
All right, so we said we had some news about Waffle House. Have you guys seen it, Jack? Did you see the Waffle House news?
I did not. I'm excited.
I think Jack said it's a food day here on the Jim Colbert Show.
Yeah, we've stuck a theme.
Now, what would you think it would be? I mean, Waffle House could make a number. And to be honest with you, a lot of places could do that. Waffle House was the first person or the first group of people or restaurant to step out and say this. There's something definitely happening out there. We just talked about this last week when I thought this was going to start happening, right?
Oh, price increases for eggs.
Right on the front door. Temporary surcharge. How much more per egg do you think Waffle House is charging when you order food?
25 cents.
That's 50.
Okay.
50 cents an egg, which isn't going to break the bank. In other words, your 3-egg omelet's going to cost you $1.50 more. But when if you eat it, like there are people, I don't know about you guys, is eating out still like a semi-special thing for you? Like when you go, even if you stop in to get something, it's not making it home. How many days a week do you do that? Do you eat something out? Is it like for Deb? You probably do it more than us, right? You eat out quite a bit because when you get home, you're not much of a cooker, so you
not at 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah. I don't mind. I go home and cook, but my air fryer has been a game changer for me in that game because I can just throw it in the air fryer, turn it on, and do whatever, and it's done. And at night, I'm just looking for some sustenance during the week. I'm not looking to, create flavor magic. I'm just trying to get some chicken and some veggies and maybe a starch in me at night,
Don't listen to him. He still makes flavor magic.
Oh, no. No, but I do. I'm serious.
Right? Just make it yourself.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
Well, I will make a couple rubs or sauces or something go on it. But
that's where you lose me.
But man, I still think eating. But a lot of people because of their jobs, like if you get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, ain't nobody getting up and making you breakfast. Ain't nobody doing that.
Right.
So you're probably hitting a place, Wawa or
if
wherever,
they're even open.
7-Eleven, wherever, to get yourself something to eat. Waffle House would definitely be one of those places. All the people out there listening to us right now that are blue-collar guys out there framing houses and roofing and landscaping, I'm guessing, if you're out there at 6 o'clock in the morning, especially during the summer when you don't want to be working after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Waffle House may be a staple. And although 50 cents an egg doesn't sound bad if you're eating there once or twice, but if you eat there
it'll add up
3 or 4 times a week, that's going to be an extra like $60 a month just to eat an egg at Waffle House. Did you hear about the heist?
No.
Yeah, there was a heist.
What got hoisted?
Somebody stole an entire crate of eggs, like a pallet of them. Because they're like $9 a dozen now. I don't know what they're going to do with them.
Where? I went to Aldi. It's $4 a dozen.
I went to Publix this last weekend. 6 eggs, $3.92.
Yeah. I saw
for half a dozen.
6 large grade A eggs, $3.92.
Well, that Eggland's Best, the white container, that 18 pack was $11.99. So, $11-12 for 18 of them. Still not bad, but still, damn, that's a lot considering what a dozen eggs was like $2.99. And I saw another one. Did you see the one where they were putting out a pallet at Costco? That video went crazy too, right? One person came in and they knew the drop was coming and they lined up carts and they bought the entire pallet of eggs was gone in 30 seconds.
Yeah, because Costco, typically what I would pay, it's under $5 for
flat.
2 dozen.
Oh, yeah, it's a flat.
Oh,
which is 2.5 dozen, I think.
Yeah, they have those, and then they also have this plastic container that holds 2 dozen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, the flat, I believe, is 2.5 dozen, and that's what I remember as a kid. We would buy them by the flat, and we had chickens for a while, but when we had to get rid of them, we would buy them by the flat, and that's what I remember, brown eggs by the flat. But this is kind of going along what I was talking about last week. Like, when are we going to see the price increases on the stuff that has to be made with eggs? And it's, I think it's kind of starting. Do you remember them talking about a timeline of when they're supposed to be back online, or when the chickens will mature and the egg prices it'll kind of catch up?
That's not the issue. The issue is that egg producers across the country are just finding that what's worked before in bird flu outbreaks is not working this time around.
Wow, really?
And they simply can't get it under control. Wow. In fact, we've had a dozen cats across the country die from eating those raw food diets. So if your pet are eating any of those raw food diets and that food contains chicken, now, from what I've read with the cat food, when those chickens are destroyed and it's suspected of having bird flu, it's not supposed to make it into the food supply, not the human food supply, not the animal food supply, but it still is. So you may want to consider switching your animals off of that raw food diet until they can get this bird flu outbreak under control. It's just decimating egg producers, chicken producers. A chick that used to cost you $1 now costs you $5.
Yeah.
The feed is still the same price. It's getting the animals because they're having to destroy millions of them across the country. Chickens, turkeys, ducks, and you name it.
And here's the thing. You can see that in chicken prices as well, which no one's talking about. It's only the egg prices. But chicken prices, have you shopped for chicken breast? Now, Jack, I know you're an Aldi. Do you shop for the frozen chicken breast at Costco? You buy the bags of those?
I have in the past because, not the frozen. I've done it one time. I wasn't a fan, but usually frozen not on the frozen chicken unless it's the breaded kind.
Okay. Yeah. Well, the frozen ones, if you go to the Purdue, you can get those frozen bags, and they come in different pound sizes. We used to buy the 15-pound bag, which would turn out to be like maybe 25 or so chicken breasts that were anywhere from 4.5 to maybe 5.5 ounces, 6 ounces, or something like that. I bought 3 chicken breasts yesterday in Publix. Now, this is these chickens have been working out. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Where you buy those chicken breasts and they look a little juiced, little fat. How much do you think 3 chicken breasts were?
They're on the roids.
$20.
No, not quite that much.
17?
Yeah, $17.
Still.
$17 for 3 chicken breasts, something you used to get back in the day for $7.
Yeah.
$7-8. You'd buy, those packs. I know I used
Matter of fact, you can still get it at that price at Aldi.
Can you really? Can I ask something? I mean, you don't. Sure. Is it as good? Yeah. Is the chicken quality as good? Because I buy Publix chicken, but I can tell the difference between Publix chicken and like Purdue or some of the farms that are more. It just seems like they take better care of the chicken.
I would defer to your palate on that. To me, it's all the same.
Really?
Yeah.
I think the chicken that when you see it, I think what they tell you is you're looking for a yellowish color to it. Like it almost should have a little bit, because if you look at the Purdue chicken does have a bit of a yellowish tone to it. I think that, I don't know if that's the fat.
That's not good?
No, that's good.
That is good.
That's from the marigolds that
is that
they
what
feed
it is?
them.
Yeah. But it's delicious. It has a much richer flavor.
Was Deb telling a joke, or is that real?
No, it could be real.
No, they yeah.
That's like that Iberica ham. Like have you ever had Iberica ham?
Yeah.
It's really.
I've seen it.
Have you ever seen? Yeah, where they get the leg and they have that special thing that holds it.
Yeah.
And then they shave it. Like that ham. Those pigs are only fed acorns. That's why it has that really unique, nutty kind of round, beautiful flavor that really isn't reminiscent of pork you've had before. That's why it's like that, because of the way they feed it. I didn't know the marigold thing, though.
Yeah. Purdue Farms uses marigold flowers in their chicken feed to give their chickens a natural yellow tint. The marigolds are grown at Purdue's headquarters in Maryland.
What you're saying is they just can't wipe the flu out? Even through the new hatchlings, they're having a hard time eradicating the flu itself?
Yeah, because the techniques that they've used in previous outbreaks just aren't working this time around, and they just can't get ahead of it.
And they vaccinate those things, don't they? I mean,
I don't believe so.
I thought there was a thing where they provided...
And I don't know if they would have the vaccine for this particular strain.
God, why do I remember they would use, because when they were born, I thought they got a regimen of medication that was supposed to take care of these things as they grew up, so it didn't pop, or because they live together, they're all cramped quarters. So if one gets it, everybody's got it.
By the way, I mean, I know in our fourth box this week, we've been featuring a couple of eaglets from a nest down in Captiva or Sanibel, but there was another eagle's nest in Southwest Florida where both the eaglets died because they contracted bird flu.
Did they really? I didn't know that's what it was. I just saw they'd passed away. I was going to bring that up, but I didn't want to ruin your day.
Yeah, no, it was bird flu.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Unbelievable.
90 to 95% fatality.
Wow. All right, 407-916-1041.
One place that has not raised their prices due to this egg shortage is Elixir. And in fact, they provided us lunch today, and they are for a good portion of this week.
Yeah, I had wings. They were $730.
They are not.
They are not.
They are not. They actually have an all-new menu for 2025. They added new menu items. They have the stuff you love, the scratch menu, plus homemade burgers. The wings now, they have a fresh fish of the day, plus braised short ribs, and a lot more. Plus, this Sunday, you can watch a big game on the only outdoor patio in downtown with bottomless mimosa.
Whoa.
That's only $16.99 for the bottomless mimosa during the Super Sunday out on the patio.
There you go. Not bad at all. Thanks, Elixir. We appreciate that. Great wings, great tots today.
Yeah, on Washington Street downtown near the corner of Orange Ave. Find them online at elixirorlando.com.
You got it. All right, 407-916. Scott Brown up next. It's only money. We'll do that right after this.
This is Real Radio 104.1. Online at realradio.fm. On your phone with the free iHeartRadio app. And on your smart speaker. Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
It would be my pleasure.
Traffic is slowing down on all the major roadways this afternoon. There's a disabled vehicle slowing down traffic on I-4 westbound near State Road 429. Watch out for an accident on John Young Parkway southbound at Destination Parkway. The right lane's blocked there. There's debris in the roadway blocking northbound and southbound lanes on State Road 19 at Portofino Bay. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by In Touch Ministries.
Listen to the In Touch Radio Network on iHeartRadio, featuring the biblically based teachings of Dr. Charles Stanley. Just search for the In Touch Ministries channel on the iHeartRadio app or visit intouch.org.
Hey guys, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at the Nickley Group. Not a big secret that the real estate market is changing and booming in Orlando now more than ever, and your home is your most valuable asset. That's why you need a real estate company that's always one step ahead of the market. Whether you're buying or selling, that is the Nickley Group. 4,000 five-star reviews, and there's a reason why. They sell homes on average for 6% more, and they sell them twice as fast as well. Matter of fact, clients save about $24,000 when they use the Nickley Group to purchase their home. And their VIP program gets your home in front of so many qualified buyers, not just here in Florida, but nationwide as well. And don't sleep on their website, man. At thenickley.com, you could get a guaranteed cash offer for your home. No showings, no open houses. You could close that deal in just 14 days. Get your home valued instantly using current market data. That way you get a really accurate number and you know what you can do with that equity. List your house on the market, all of that right there on their website. And while you're there, download that free buyer's guide. It is absolutely packed up with useful information about the home buying and selling process. It's thenickley.com. That's Nickley group.com.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
Before the Great American Race on Sunday, the High Banks of Daytona heat up with a Saturday night showdown in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Experience the intense competition up close on the sport's biggest stage to kick off the 2025 season. The NASCAR Xfinity Series at Daytona International Speedway, Saturday, February 15th. Tickets start at just $49, and kids 12 and under are free in general admission. Secure your seats now at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Are you prepared for the future? At TK Law Firm, they understand the importance of securing your legacy. Whether you're looking for a will or trust, they can help. Don't leave your legacy to chance. Visit onefirmforlife.com for your free consultation. Protect what matters most. TK Law Firm, your partner in estate planning excellence.
Jay, why is auto insurance so expensive? I need to get insured, but I need a better solution.
Vic, you should call Acceptance. Acceptance had better rates, better options, and better customer service than my previous company. Acceptance was just better. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Really? Do you have their number?
800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance work better for you. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on a Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012994.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Get ready for Super Bowl 59 with iHeart, the official partner of the NFL Podcast Network.
This is Cam Jordan from the NFL Podcast Network show, Off the Edge with Cam Jordan.
Join Cam and other podcasts like NFL Daily, NFL Players, Second Acts, and more.
We'll all be recording live from New Orleans this week. Make sure to open the iHeart app and search NFL to hear all the action and the biggest guests.
Getting you ready for the Super Bowl with the NFL Podcast Network.
Football, baby.
Just open the free iHeart app and search NFL to start listening now.
Get hired and get a $1,000 sign-in bonus at the Orange County Fleet and Facilities Job Fair on February 6th. Details at ocfl.net.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, how's it, everyone?
What's up?
Don't know how relative a shave ice is to everybody, but you know that's the treat in Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
Like soft serve to the people in the mainland. But the best shave ice is to build on top of a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Then you put the passion fruit, the orange, and the guava flavored syrup on the top.
Okay.
You add adzuki bean, which is just a red bean that's sweetened with sugar. Oh, it's broke the mouth, but people find that an odd combination. Aloha.
Aloha, brother. Man, I'm gonna have to go to Jeremiah's tonight and get me a mango.
What was that again?
I said, do you get the mix? Like
The
part
gelato.
ice cream, part gelato?
Yeah, exactly. It's a ice cream, gelato, mango. Ice cream, gelato, vanilla. It is next level.
Mm-hmm. I'm with you.
I've known Jeremy Litwick, for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I remember he actually came to my house to play cards a few years back. And I looked at him, I said, bro, listen, that mango is Coke. I mean, that mango is cocaine. I'm like, that is, and he just started laughing. He goes, well, you'd think that'd be the one, but there's so many others. The blueberry one, and then the Scoop Froggy Frog, which is the mint chocolate chip with the vanilla ice cream, another murderer. But man, so good.
My wife's all about the strawberry vanilla combo.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one, too.
She loves it.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Don't forget your 6 o'clock keyword is check, C-H-E-C-K. Go to realradio.fm and send that away for your chance at $1,000. Check, guys, is your 6 o'clock keyword. Good luck. We hope you win for sure. Welcome back. I'm Jim. Deb and Jack are here as well. Let's do It's Only Money.
Helping people passionate about planning for their future rise above investment myths to build real wealth.
Isn't that really just common sense financial advice?
It's both.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's only money with Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth.
Good and loud for our man, Mr. Scott Brown. Scotty B.
How'd he do?
How do you doing, man?
Good. Now you got me craving Jeremiah's.
He says, howdy do. I'm telling you, I'm hauling ass right out of here. I'm going to get me one.
Because I get the chocolate coffee combo.
Oh, do you really? I haven't had that one.
Man,
I haven't had some Jeremiah's in a minute. It's about time.
Yeah, I know. That's a popular joint.
And it's just starting to kind of get where it is. Like, I mean,
Warm
the weather.
enough? Yeah.
Warm enough to really enjoy it. Yeah. The one in Maitland before they moved it and tore that thing down to create that restaurant up there. We would go up there as a family when the kids were young on weeknights. Just go up there like 7 o'clock after we get home. We got dinner. You guys want to pile up and go to Jeremiah's? Yeah, family of the year, dad of the year. It costs you like $20 to buy something for everybody, so it's even a good deal, right? And that place, it was a 30, 40-minute wait to get in there because there were so many people looking to get in there.
The
and
one
get
on
one of those
Aloma, too, was like that.
Oh, yeah.
We finally got one in College Park, and that was a big day in College Park.
I think that Aloma one's the OG one, right? The one out by UCF?
I think that might be right.
Yeah, it's one out there. And the one at Oviedo was always stacked up.
Yeah.
And that guy, look, you can't outwork that cat. That guy is one of the greatest dudes. Such a cool dude. And started that as a cart on the steps in Philly, of the capital of Philly there. I think he just started at the bottom of the steps there, and he would sell those ices to people coming out of the capital there, and people who were working there in the capital of Philly.
How's he get to Orlando?
I can't remember that story, but I know he came down here for something.
Yeah.
And then started doing this, and
he's like, it's hot here. I should sell ice cream here.
Oh yeah. And now the expansion. It really is. It's kind of a It's kind of a Tijuana Flats kind of story. He started here and then just kind of expanded and went crazy,
Local guys do good kind of thing, yeah.
Still drives a pickup from like 10 years ago. Plays ping pong a lot.
Ping pong?
Big ping pong player. I think he's nationally ranked.
What?
I think he's So he used to play a lot of poker. And I'd see him, he'd come over and play poker. He would go out and play poker in Daytona. And I don't know, I didn't see him for a bit. And then I saw him. I said, what's up? You still playing poker? He goes, no, man, I'm playing ping pong.
He's on the ping pong world tour?
So his office is downtown.
Like Forrest Gump?
his office is downtown, like in the Mills area out there.
Yeah.
And he told me, he goes, man, you got to come play me in ping pong. I took the entire conference room and turned it into like a ping pong room.
Nice. Did he whip your butt?
I haven't seen him, and I never got to play. I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
Straight up nice guy though. Scott, of course, a fiduciary here in Orlando, providing great financial sound service for 38 years with Edgewater Family Wealth, edgewaterfamilywealth.com. And he comes in every Tuesday to talk about ways that you can make your financial life a little more solid and predictable.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to say it, right? Because I don't like saying...
Predictable, yeah.
I don't like saying that because when you start using the word, well, people think that you're one of these people that's going to, you give me $100, I'm going to turn it into $5. It's not really like that, not for a short period of time.
$5 or $500?
Yeah, $500. So I like saying that so people have realistic expectations of what you actually provide as a service.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I work, and people always, they look at me funny for a lot of reasons, but one of them is that, whenever somebody comes to me with, what are you going to do for me, comparing... A lot of times it's almost like this weird, people go from broker to broker, advisor to advisor, waiting for the best story. Like, who's going to tell me the thing I like the most?
Right.
And that's really the opposite of what you should be doing.
Right.
Serial daters.
Yeah, they are. It's kind of like a speed dating thing where they're like, who's got the nicest suit, prettiest office,
nicest watch,
sexiest story, brochure, whatever it is. And they don't really spend a lot of time on the process. And if you walk into an office, I've said this before, if you walk into an office of an advisor 9 times out of 10 and you say, hey, I heard I can get 5 over there, you can almost bet your bottom dollar they're going to say, well, I can get you 6, right? Or 7 or 8, whatever answer they think you need to hear. You've basically asked that person to sell you something.
Right.
Because if you're going in and saying, I want something that doesn't cost a lot and earns a high return, well, they're going to find something in their bag of tricks that fits that bill.
Exactly.
Doesn't mean it's going to fit that bill for you going forward, but maybe something that did that last year.
It's like walking on the car lot and going, I only have $550 a month to spend.
Yes. And guess what?
Guess what your payment's going to be.
I know exactly what it's going to be. And it might be on a go-kart, but it's going to be $550.
All right. So, and this is your first question today. The first topic is actually very, very interesting because I know for a fact people listening to us right now have this, not just with their financial life, but many things in their life that one or either of their spouses will just check out on. Right?
Yeah.
And that's very common. So how do you help people who have a non-financial spouse? And before you get started, I've had people in my orbit that deal with this. I knew a guy a few years back, and he was really into it, and his wife wasn't, and she was terrified.
Yeah.
That was the thing. She was absolutely horrified. So when he went to make a move, which were solid moves, very like slow roll moves, nothing big, nothing flashy, she would always give pushback because she didn't understand what he was trying to do because she didn't really understand that world.
Yeah, I think that I just read statistically that in about 60% of households, the higher earner usually controls the finances, right? You know, historically, I've been doing this 40 years, so back in the day, that was almost always the guy. That is changing. Oftentimes, the female is the higher earner now in that relationship. So, but yeah, the non-financial spouse is often caught off guard when they lose the other one, right? So if you don't get involved to some degree, sometimes it's a 50-50. Like at my house, my wife pays the bills. I obviously manage the money from an investment standpoint. So we're pretty well connected. In fact, just today, my son and my wife and I had a half an hour discussion about our finances. What happens if dad gets run over by a bus, right? Because there are things my wife doesn't understand. So I think if you're in a household where you're the non-financial spouse, you're making a humongous mistake by not getting involved for a variety of reasons. Right. The primary one being if you lose someday the financial quote-unquote spouse, you're going to find yourself in the dark and at the mercy of the people around you. Now, sometimes that's okay. Sometimes maybe you're at the mercy of a financial advisor who's very ethical and will do all the right things. But sometimes I would say more than sometimes you are preyed upon in that situation. And as we've discussed on this show a zillion times, when somebody is in pain, when somebody has lost a loved one, especially a spouse, you're not thinking clearly for a good 6 months. I can't tell you how many times somebody's come in the week after, 2 weeks later. We've had an in-depth discussion, even though I told them not to. And then they come back 6 months later and say, I have no idea what we talked about. I don't understand any of this stuff. So if for no other reason, and you're that person, you're the one where, well, she handles all the stuff. I don't worry about it. Well, that's great. But if you lose her, you're going to be at the mercy of other people. And I think if for no other reason, you do not want to be at the mercy of other people.
Is it the responsibility of the person who is the earner and takes care of that to almost kind of tutor their loved one into that position, or at least someone that can do that? Because I do know a situation like that where one person controlled literally every single aspect, every penny, and that person passed, and then the other person, the spouse that was left, really didn't know how to navigate that world. Maybe didn't know where things were, how much money was available. And you're right. When you start injecting money into a familial situation, it changes things. Like, you're great. That's your favorite son until there's $4.5 million up for grabs.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, son needs a Lambo.
So, yeah, I think it is everybody's responsibility for a couple of reasons, the ones that I just described. But in addition to that, you might find that you don't have any money, right? So if you wait till you're in your 70s or your 80s and then you lose that financial spouse and then you realize, oh, man, we were living on a wing and a prayer here.
Right,
we're bare bones. You need to understand in your 30s and your 40s and your 50s, at least quasi understand. So what happens in my office, and the reason I brought this up is this is happening more and more in my office, is I will see the non-financial spouse force the financial spouse who's managing the money. Maybe they're doing it themselves. Maybe they've got a Robinhood account or a Fidelity account, and they're managing the stocks and the bonds, and there's nothing wrong with that. But the problem is the non-financial spouse has no idea what's happening.
Right.
So in their 60s, a lot of times I will see the non-financial spouse say, hey, we're going to go work with a financial advisor. We're going to start to shift that responsibility, because if something happens to you, I won't know what to do.
Right.
And nor maybe in some cases they don't want to, but they want to have a relationship that's already established and trusting. And if you're not doing even that, you're just saying, look, honey, or husband, wife, whoever it is, sit down. Let's talk about this maybe once a month. Let me bring you up to speed of what we have, what we don't have, what our bills are, what our liabilities are. This is where the bodies are buried, so to speak. This is where I keep the brokerage account. This is who you call. This is the list of people. But oftentimes I find, and it happens more often than you would think, somebody will come in after a devastating event and they don't know anything.
Man,
like,
that's
I don't even know I'm going to pay the electric bill this week.
That's got to be horrifying.
Yeah.
Is that a situation where you, as a fiduciary dealing with a client like that, do you encourage people to get estate planning from that point?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you do? Is you provide them with the information and say, hey, look, you should get an estate planner. Here's the information you need to hand them so that they can put that in your package and you kind of understand what's up, and then I can contact them and keep that updated for you? Or how does that work like that?
I have literally put people in the car and driven them. I said, you have an appointment at 4:00 and I will take you there.
Wow, that's
because
crazy.
I could see the train wreck that's coming for either them or both, one or both of them down the road. I myself have gone through estate planning 5 times now. Like, I do it every 5 years. I hate it. It's hard. It's a pain. It's a little bit pricey depending on your situation.
Sure.
I mean, a basic will's a few $100. So the bottom line is, yes, I am a stickler, actually a pain in the ass to some of my clients, and I have literally, within the last month, made someone get in the car with me and drive to the attorney's office because I couldn't take it
That's
anymore.
an amazing service, by the way. Scott Brown here from Edgewater Family Wealth, edgewaterfamilywealth.com. We have an event coming up. 2 of them are sold out, but we have another one coming up soon. We'll tell you about that in 1 second. Let's talk about ChatGPT and other LLMs providing great resources for financial education. What is an LLM before we move forward?
Large language learning model.
There you go.
Yeah. So, and that's like ChatGPT or OpenAI or whatever it is. The new one, DeepSeek.
Yeah.
That threw everybody off last week. So I brought this up because I was fiddling with it the other day, and I started asking it questions. And the first question I asked it was,
Am I cute?
I'm not going to tell you what it said, but it was not flattering. So I asked it, hey, if I'm a person in my 20s trying to accumulate wealth, what should I do? And I just thought,
right, just see what it says.
This is going to be ridiculous, right? It was actually decent. It was like
it nailed it.
It was like it's tapping into Dave Ramsey and people like that. So there's that data's out there. The text of these books and whatnot. And I was shocked to see that there was a lot of good common sense stuff. Find your most expensive debt, pay that. Oh, kind of the Dave Ramsey model of getting rid of debt, saving, using your 401k, maximizing your. I mean, it was actually. There were like 8 items that came up, and I thought, wow, this is a great start for a young person because they all know how to use ChatGPT.
Sure, yeah.
So if you're a young person out there in your 20s or 30s and you're like, I don't really understand any, just put it on ChatGPT. What should I do? And it's actually not bad.
Are the prompts, because we heard when that hit, the number one thing was prompt engineering, knowing how to ask it what information you really need. I mean, is there a way that you could share with people, like as they're listening today, on a couple prompts that will get the information without kind of taking you down a road you don't need to be on?
I'm telling you literally what I typed in. I literally said, I am in my 20s. What should I do to begin accumulating wealth?
Wow, that's it.
And then it will answer you, and then you can ask it to expand on part of the answer if
how
you
much
want.
you make, where you live, how much are your expenses, things like that.
And it's not going to be it's not like a Scott Brown where they're going to tell you a story about a guy who did this thing one time, right? But the reality is maybe you don't want that right now or ever. But the reality is that it's a good source. And then I asked it, well, I'm in my 50s and I'm behind on accumulating wealth. And it gave me a lot of the maximize. You have the step-up provisions in 401ks where you can add more because of your.
Did that.
It went into great detail on how a 20-year-old and a 50-year-old could rectify their situation, which I thought, you know what, I'm going to be out of a job soon, but. More importantly, it's a good resource for people who maybe aren't ready to have a long conversation with a financial
But you know what,
advisor.
though, Scott? I don't agree with that because here's the thing. There's certain positions in life where people come see guys like you, at 20 years old. Maybe that's not the case. You've said it before. Not everybody who comes in my office is going to be my customer. Maybe they're not in that position. And you could use a resource like that to get you at least on the path so that a conversation with you down the road is part of their plan.
Oh, there's no doubt. I was being a little tongue-in-cheek there. But, yes, there are people, especially when you accumulate wealth, you get to a station in life where you're comfortable, and then the mistakes that could be made become more serious. If you have $1 million, you can make a pretty serious mistake there. So, yes, those conversations, I think we all want as we age and our time becomes more valuable. I've said it a million times. It's not like I have a different stock market than everybody else. What I'm giving people is peace of mind and their time back. And as we age, we obviously have hopefully more money and less time, so we want to maximize that. So, no, I don't think – I don't really believe that financial advisors and the services that we offer at this end of the business are going to go away. But I do think that for young people especially, they're adept at this technology. use it for some of the good purposes rather than the bad ones.
For sure. Hey, look, in all your years, 38 or so doing this, when people come in to talk to you, what attribute of what you provide do you see with their body language the most? And the reason I ask this is this. I know personally, and I think Deb is kind of like this with me, like in the back of my head, maybe Jack as well, like in the back of my head, if I know something is handled, right? Like I know that when I go home tonight, something I usually would have to do on a weeknight is done. There's that weird freedom you get that when you're going through your day, you're like, oh man, I know in the back of my head, I don't have to do that tonight. I know I don't have to do that. And there's this weird lightness to you. Now that's an odd metaphor for that, but do you, as you start moving people through these programs, can you see that weight of worry come off as they kind of get an idea as you're talking, like, hey, look, when I turn 65, these are the moves I'm going to make. This is the money I'm going to have. I got a plan ready to go. Bring life on.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned it before, but there's something we call a combined details worksheet, which is basically a giant spreadsheet with your life chronologically and all of your bills over the time, from the time you're living, however old you are today, to the time we think you're going to be gone. And what I see very frequently is when I call it the spreadsheet of life, and it shows I'm 63, my life expectancy is 91, and between now and then, all of this math is going to happen, and there it is in spreadsheet form. I'm going to buy a car every 5 years, I'm going to go to Europe once a year, I'm going to go on a cruise every 3 years, whatever, fund my kids' education, fund my grandkids' education, and it's all there in a spreadsheet. And what I notice is that is the moment. That is the light bulb moment where people kind of lean forward and then lean back and think,
I'm good.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm good.
I've never seen it like
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked about this. We've talked about the things we might want to do or could do and what money we have, but we don't really know how the things we want to do go with the money we have. And now it's undeniable. It's right there in picture
Black
form.
and white.
You can't deny what it says. So it's not ambiguous. It's not maybe, possibly, or if this, that, or the other happens. This is what will happen if you do these things.
Right.
And I will tell you that the sigh of relief is audible at times.
Yeah.
I have had literally people hold my hand walking to the elevator saying, I never thought I would feel like this.
Yeah. And I'm sorry for that. It was odd, and I didn't mean to do it.
Yeah.
It was just I was very
I've
overwhelmed.
asked you to stop doing it, but
Well, I did it here
whatever.
today, too.
It makes you comfortable.
Probably going to sit in your lap during this break.
You're a warrior.
Okay, so we have sold out Winter Park.
Yep.
And the next event we have is in March.
Yep.
Is that true?
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Well, we have the March 8th event.
That's a Saturday event.
That is our Saturday event in Lake Mary that we do twice a year for working folks.
That's great. And I know that these things, and by the way, this is the first we've mentioned it. And if you haven't been to the website, you don't know.
Yep.
Run to the website and save your seat. These Saturday events go really quickly. And remember, cost you nothing.
Yep.
You get a free lunch. It's at Ruth Chris in Lake Mary, so you're not going to get a fine lunch, and you're going to get information that can change your life. Who's coming with you?
It'll be me and Greg, Jack's favorite buddy, Greg Rossler.
Yeah,
his
the guy's
hero,
great.
who he likes way more than me. Not that I'm upset about that. And the rest of the team. We're going to have myself and Greg, and then we may have a CFA speak, which is a chartered financial analyst that talks a little bit about how we pick stocks and bonds.
Yeah.
That's something we're working on right now. But it's the usual stuff. It's basics of how to get started if you're accumulating wealth, and it's the intricacies of somebody who's already accumulated wealth and how not to mess that up, because those are two different skill sets. Accumulating wealth and maintaining wealth, as I've said a million times, are two different things. We cover both topics in detail: taxes, fees, investments, emotional behavior, whatever it is, it's all covered in the event.
You will walk out inspired. I'll guarantee you. Here's what happens. Inevitably, we hear from people who have gone to these things, and this step alone, just showing up to these seminars, is the step that drop kicks you into this movement. Once you do this and you hear, that is doable for me, I can do what he said. It's not complicated. It can change your life. And again, if you go to EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com, go to the pull-down bar, March 8th in Ruth Chris and Lake Mary. It's a nude event. It's a Saturday event. Get your seat right now.
Yes.
It might not make it through the day.
It is our biggest event, and it fills up the fastest.
Yeah, it might not make it through the day. So please go get it now.
Yep.
And that's just a reserving the seat. Doesn't cost you a nickel.
Yeah, I think I figured out the other day we see about 400 or 500 people every year in these events, And I like to believe that all 500 get something from it. They don't all become clients. In fact, most don't become clients. The ones that fit the bill, the ones that kind of fall into the slot that we work with, obviously we're happy to have. But yes, even if you're just trying to get started and begin your education, I think it's a great thing to come to.
EdgewaterFamilyWealth.com. Go now. We'll take a little break, come back, a little bit more with Scott, and then we'll get out of here on a Tuesday.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Broadcasting live from the Cool Today Weather Center at cooltoday.com.
Hey, there's Central Florida Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Noah Bergman here. We're going to have some dense fog again at times tonight. Temperatures in the low to mid 80s every day for the next week. Might even make a run at about 85 Saturday and Sunday around Orlando. A little humid. No chance of rain through at least the middle part of next week. Looking ahead to the Daytona 500, there'll be a cold front nearby. Too soon to tell if it'll rain. But all in all, it's a very warm start to February for 2025.
This report is sponsored by Major League Fishing's Bass Pro Tours.
Get ready for the ultimate fishing show. Major League Fishing's Bass Pro Tours coming to Leesburg. Join fishing fans of all ages at the watch party, food festival, and trophy ceremony Saturday and Sunday, February 15th and 16th at Ski Beach Park starting at 1. Admission's free, so come on out and join me. Go to MajorLeagueFishing.com/attend for more info.
When it comes to replacing your home's windows and doors, Father and Son knows best. And that's one of the many reasons FAS Windows and Doors is Orlando's #1 residential window and door contractor. You can count on fair pricing, installation perfection, integrity, and customer satisfaction every single time, providing Orlando with the best selection and high-quality windows and doors for over 20 years. Trust the leader in windows and doors. It's FAS Windows and Doors. Schedule your free consultation today at FASWD.com.
Making choices in the morning can be a bit much. I just want someone to say sausage or egg and cheese biscuit, sausage and cheese or egg and cheese English muffin, small seasoned potatoes, or medium hot coffee. Get 2 for only $3. At Wendy's, fresh made food means simple choices. Dare we say it's even a little fun? Okay, not like roller coaster fun. There's only so much we can do, people. When you want less thinky and more brekky in the morning, gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only during breakfast hours. U.S. price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Single item at regular price.
Well, by now, you probably know a handful of people on Ozempic or semaglutide, right? Hey, it's Sisney from On Air with Ryan Seacrest. These game-changing weight loss meds are everywhere, and Future Health makes it easy to get started. Yeah, Future Health. It's going to connect you with licensed doctors who specialize in these groundbreaking GLP-1 treatments. So go to tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Hey guys, Jim Colbert here. If you ask anybody who's experienced LASIK surgery, they will certainly tell you one of the best decisions they ever made in their life. The only problem they'll have is they probably say they'll should have done it way sooner than they did. That's exactly what my father-in-law said when he got his done late in his life. But man, what a change it made for him. My son as well. He got it done early. His eyes were bad early. But if you have glasses or contacts and you're sick of it, what are you waiting for? Now's the time, because the Filatowski Eye Institute is offering free LASIK consultations. That's where they tell you where your eye health is now and then tell you what they can do for you and make your life so much better and easier and crystal clear. Just text 1041 to 868686. That way you can start your journey to better vision with the Filatowski Eye Institute. They've got all the experience you want. 65,000 plus LASIK procedures using the latest state-of-the-art tech, always getting you the best results. Financing, they got it as well. 24-month interest-free financing is available, so don't wait any longer. Just text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your free LASIK consultation at the Filatowski Eye Institute. Your path to better vision begins right now.
I'm John Morgan. When people stop me to ask, what's my case worth, here's what I tell them. All law firms are not the same at all. You see, the most important part of anyone's injury case is the firm you hire. The insurance company knows exactly which firms fight for full value and which firms will settle your case for pennies on the dollar. Our firm has recovered billions and billions and billions. $3 billion last year alone. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Florida just got its own local currency, the Florida Goldback, and you can get one for free. Goldbacks look like cash, but they're made of pure 24-karat gold, so they resist inflation and preserve your purchasing power. To celebrate the launch of this local currency, we're giving away free half Goldbacks to Florida residents only while supplies last. Claim your free Florida Goldback before they're gone at freegoldback.com and get it delivered to your Florida address absolutely free.
Roll with Hard Rock Bet for Big Game 59 because we are rolling out over $5.9 million in bonus bets. The big game kicks off Sunday in New Orleans, but get your share of Big Easy bonus bets now so you can place more bets on us instead of using your own cash. It's the big game rollout. 5.9 million in promos only on Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Take your Valentine's experience to a whole new level this year with jewelry, flowers, candy, dinner, and a romantic getaway. All courtesy of International Diamond Center. Nothing says love like romantic jewelry from IDC. From a simple pendant to an exquisite designer ring, we've got a fantastic selection of affordable, timeless gifts. And this year, with any jewelry purchase at IDC of $129 or more, we're giving you long stem roses, some delicious chocolates, and a gift card for dinner from Talk of the Town Restaurant Group. It's one-stop shopping for all things romantic. And this year, we're taking it up a notch with a 3-day romantic getaway to places like New York, Napa, and Savannah. Just spend $2,500 on your jewelry and we'll set you up in a 4-star hotel in the romantic city of your choice. Spend $5,000 and we'll throw in the airfare and some spending money. Make this Valentine's one to remember. Let IDC help you with jewelry, flowers, chocolates, dinner, and a romantic vacation. We've got it all. Happy Valentine's from International Diamond Center. Altamont Springs, Mall at Millennia, and Waterford Lakes. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
For live radio to have lyrics, that's amazing.
You guys outdid yourselves.
Join the millions already on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
Can I give it 6 stars?
Find your new favorite feature on the iHeartRadio app today.
iHeartRadio.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything is possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan. You're listening to the Jim Colbert Show.
So growing up in northeastern Ohio my whole life, that Pittsburgh salad, I believe it was only called Pittsburgh salad in Pittsburgh, because in northeastern Ohio, western Pennsylvania, outside of Pittsburgh, you could find those same salads on everybody's menu, any dive bar, sports bar, or something like that. But the best thing was it was always on the healthy fare portion of the menu. Like if you're on a diet, here, have this steak salad.
Well, it's steak and French fries and ranch dressing. That's how they do it in Pittsburgh.
You say it like it's a bad thing.
Yeah, I know. It's like when you go to Canada or any up there, boy, it's poutine. Everywhere's poutine. And you can get a lobster at a gas station up there. It's great.
Speaking of food, a texter says, loved having lunch with Scott and crew on Friday. They ordered the cheeseburger on his recommendation.
Yes,
no
thank
regrets.
you.
No regrets.
I sat and ate my cheeseburger by myself when everybody left.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I am Jim, Deb, and Jack, and Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth. Again, edgewaterfamilywealth.com. Go and get your reservation for that March 8th gig. Deb, let's do You Heard It Here First.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on the Jim Colbert Show.
All 67 victims in last week's deadly mid-air collision near Washington, D.C. have been recovered. Officials confirmed that news today. An American Airlines plane collided with an Army Black Hawk helicopter, causing both to fall into the Potomac River. The cockpit and tail from the regional jet were recovered earlier in the day. The crash was the deadliest in the U.S. since 2001. Closer to home, SpaceX sent up the 11th and 12th launches from the Space Coast just today.
Wow.
But had to battle dense fog both this morning and this evening. The evening liftoff came just after sunset, but you couldn't see it. There was a successful landing of the first stage booster that sent out a sonic boom through parts of Central Florida. Don't know if you were lucky enough to hear those. The Falcon 9 lifted off at 6:13 p.m. from the Kennedy Space Center on the Maxar Digital Globe 3 mission to bring a pair of Earth imaging satellites into space. SpaceX had warned that one or more potential sonic booms might be heard by residents in Brevard, Orange, Osceola, Indian River, Seminole, Volusia, Polk, St. Lucie, and Okeechobee counties.
Wow.
It's literally the only time I've gone to SpaceX feed and said, well, it sounds like there's a launch.
Yeah.
But from the fog, you couldn't see
see
it.
anything, yeah.
And then finally, Southwest Airlines is rolling out a number of new changes. One of them is going to affect short flights. Drink service is being scrapped on any journey that takes 40 minutes or less.
Oh, boy.
That includes soda and alcohol.
Oh, wow, really?
The only choice for flyers would be water or coffee.
Oh, Doge then got into Southwest.
The carrier says that passengers may not have time to finish a drink in 40 minutes or less. Southwest, I'd like to introduce myself.
Right, yeah.
I can certainly do that. And you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
Thanks, Deb. Good job. Who do we have to thank today, Mr. Bradshaw and Mrs. Roberts?
I haven't been Mrs. Roberts since 2001.
Miss Roberts.
Thank you. We want to thank Scott Brown from Edgewater Family Wealth. If you missed Scott's segment, the podcast has already been posted to Jim Colbert Live under the goods. You can get all that information there. Lots of listeners texting us questions. Also want to thank Elixir for our lunch today. Want to thank Sam Bowen and Candace Rich for running our YouTube chat. And congratulations to Darren, who won a $25 gift card to Frogger's Grill and Bar.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate that very much. Jack, question of the day.
Sure, Jim. Do you or any family member put peanuts in your soda?
Okay.
Now, you said you
Yeah, whoa,
believe
whoa.
70% would be in the affirmative.
Do I need the attitude from the financial guy about the Coke? About the peanuts?
Why do people do that?
I don't know.
Do I need that?
Yeah.
Sure
as
you
much
do.
as I help.
I frown upon this.
Okay, very
Scott,
good.
where'd you grow up?
Agree.
Where'd you grow up?
St. Petersburg, Florida.
That's the South, Jim.
That's south. That's not
South.
That's not the. It's in the South, but it's not the South. We
It's
can
in
agree.
Florida.
That's fair. That's fair.
We
It's
can
no,
agree.
it's no Palatka, I'll tell you that.
Bet your ass it's not. And you remember that. You remember that.
Okay, so Jim, where do you think it comes in? Do you or any family member put peanuts in your
Jack,
soda?
it's not much. 15%.
25%.
Yeah, I win.
No, you said 70%
Yeah, you
would
did.
be yes.
I
would
know.
be
You said 70%?
I said 70 the other side.
yeah.
Scott,
First of all,
did.
you're over no matter what.
He said 70%
You
are going to
guys-
agree with him.
Let me tell you something. You guys listen too close. That's your problem. I've told you 100 times you listen too close. All right, Big Show coming up tomorrow. Animal House. Who's in?
We have the Central Florida Zoo coming in.
Nice. Also, Scott Maxwell. And more opportunities for you to win pit passes and monster truck show passes. More opportunities for you to win $1,000. Fun stuff to talk about. That's all happening tomorrow. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Scott, I am Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the monsters in the morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Tuesday evening.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Yeah, right. Whatever.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments,